Welcome, everybody. We are so glad to have you joining us tonight to talk some Dynasty Fantasy Football. It's our favorite thing to do in the world, and of course, it's probably your favorite thing to do in the world as well. We've got a lot to talk about. Appreciate you guys joining in tonight. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you're subscribed as well. If you play Dynasty and you're not subscribed, this is a place to be. You should be subscribed. I'm not the only one here. Across from me, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. And I didn't even notice it, but evidently he got a haircut. Evidently he got a haircut. You kind of look like a redhead for some reason in this lighting.
Maybe I am a redhead.
If you're a redhead, we're done. I'm not doing this. I always said I would not work with a redhead.
Well,
so can you tell that? Can you tell that Nathan got a haircut? Is it obvious?
I cut like a lot of it off. I don't know.
At the point though,
I don't know what you want.
Saying,
like define. What's your definition of a haircut?
I will acknowledge that it maybe looks shorter now, but that is the longest it should ever get right there. Like you should go cut it, and then.
Do you know how much I cut off?
Or if you give it to me in inches, you're essentially a woman.
Do you know how long it was?
I know you don't know lengths over about 3 inches, but you tell me in inches.
So it was 6 inches up top, and I cut it down to 2.5.
Okay, I cannot believe you know that.
That was more than half.
You just gave me all the confirmation I need to know. That's ridiculous. All right, looks good. No, yeah, no souls. I agree. Ginger Nathan has no soul.
I also don't have a mullet anymore. So
all right, James says it looks nice. He says that's a haircut. All right.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, sweet. All right, well, it's good to have you guys. Again, we're going to do a couple of things. As you saw on the thumbnail, we're going to do a Dynasty startup. We're trying to do a startup mock draft. We're trying to do a mock draft once a week at this point, just to kind of see how things change. Dynasty's getting pretty interesting now because you're starting to get people like solidified as contending or rebuilding. And now you're starting to see kind of the shift in power in the leagues to the guys who are absolutely going for it and the guys who aren't.
The shift in power.
Last year was maybe one of my best Dynasty. It was my best Dynasty year ever. I won, I think I was in championships in half of my leagues, and I won a third of my leagues the championship in. And this year, all my Dynasty teams suck because I have so many injuries. I have the exact same.
You are literally living what I went through last year.
I think I have 4 neighbors.
And I'm living what you went through last year.
And I traded away a Chase, and now Chase is the best player in fantasy football again. So
yeah.
I got a good return for him, but holy smokes, I got Daniels something. Anyways, yeah. So Dynasty.
You should get yourself a real slick looking whiteout Bugles Flacco jersey. That's what you should do.
Well, if anything, I can get a Chase jersey. If he wins me a championship, I mean, his jersey's going right smack behind me.
Yeah.
And at this point, it looks like he freaking might. My gosh, dude. My gosh. You should have watched that game. It is incredible how much he targets.
So I watched some of the replays. Number one, I meant to look this up. Who has the record for the most targets in a game?
Hey, Scott's going to drop the link to the mock draft in the chat. You guys can join up. We'll do 12 people to join, and then we'll run a mock draft.
Brandon Marshall had 28 targets in Week 14 of 2009. 28 targets is the
and his
NFL
quarterback
record.
Was, hold on, the guy that...
Brandon Marshall.
No, his quarterback. Hold on, don't tell me. I know who it is. I know who his quarterback was. The guy who played in the AFC West and he played for the Broncos, and oh my gosh. Kyle Orton was his quarterback.
Was Brandon Marshall? Was he on the Broncos in 2009?
I don't know.
No, he was on the Seahawks in 2009.
Oh,
so
I don't know. So it would have been Hasselbeck, right?
Yeah, it should have been Hasselbeck.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he was bald and he had better hair than you.
I remember Brandon Marshall from his New Orleans days.
He did play for the Broncos. Right?
No. I don't think so. I'm gonna double check here, but I'm seeing. No, you're right. So he started with Denver.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And then Miami. No, it was with Denver. Google lied to me. Google lied.
I freaking knew it.
It was his last year with Denver.
And who was his quarterback?
Well, in 2009, it had to have been Kyle Orton.
Yeah. Okay. See, I'm not stupid.
I didn't say you were stupid.
No, you said I was stupid.
When did I say you were stupid?
Have you watched Happy Gilmore yet? That's
No, I have not.
Nate.
I just watched an Adam Sandler movie yesterday, actually.
Which one?
Murder Mystery 2.
Yeah, okay.
Those are so funny.
No, not compared to freaking Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore's way better than the Murder Mysteries.
I think the Murder Mysteries are hilarious.
Then you would love Happy Gilmore.
I know, and I'll watch it.
No, you've said that now for a year.
No, it's been since March.
Whatever.
We started this whole thing in March.
Feels like a year. She makes says 3 inches is a lot. Trust me.
3.5.
Yeah. It picked up what I was putting down. All right.
Yeah.
So Chase goes 102 again. Oh boy.
Oh, I meant to tweet something today about that.
You mean post it in the domain thoughts?
Yes.
So if you're on the Discord,
tweeting.
If you're on the Discord and you haven't,
we gave up on tweeting.
Check. Well, it's not only that. I just don't like tweeting. But it's just more accessible to you guys. We have a new channel in there called Domain Thoughts. It's just for our subscribers, where basically like we put our thoughts and takes on there throughout the week to like give you more like personal one-on-one advice when we're not on streams. Now, what were you gonna put on there?
I was basically gonna say, so we've essentially established, and we can debate further where these guys should actually go in the top 24 of Dynasty drafts, but Allen, Lamar, Daniels, Mahomes, May, and Hurts. Outside of those 6, you guys tell me what QB in Dynasty deserves, not is going to end up in, but deserves to be going in the top 2 to 2.5 rounds of Dynasty startups.
Did you say Mahomes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because he just went in first.
Yeah.
Now, I do think it's interesting. A lot of people think Drake May. I mean, Drake May has looked from a metric standpoint. Drake May has been as good as any quarterback in the NFL this season. Like
I listed him in the top 6.
And so he goes here at the 105. You've got a lot of people in Dynasty that are stats nerds that are kind of seeing this with Drake May and correctly moving him up boards.
The very, very noticeable.
They did say Caleb, which I agree.
Improvements. The very noticeable improvements for May are really, really nice for his long-term value.
He's really good. He's really going to be good.
I mean, he's already pretty good.
Now, I'm not buying into him at 105 prices. Like, I don't know why I would do that. It just seems silly. But I think at this point, we could write a book about what our thoughts are on taking quarterbacks at the beginning of the first round in Dynasty startups. Here's the cliff notes. Here's the cliff notes about this. You just want to get, this is some of the more advanced Dynasty strategy that we've been like chewing on recently. Essentially, like, you are kind of screwed unless you have an elite team, unless you've built an elite Dynasty team, which some of you have, credit to you. You are essentially screwing yourself. By if you're a middle of the pack team, contending team, and you have an elite QB, you're screwing yourself. Yep. Like, it absolutely screws you over. So prove me wrong. Go. You're not going to be able to do it.
That's basically what I'm getting to, and you have to have a really, 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 in my opinion, a really good reason to take a quarterback in the second round.
In a startup buyout, at this point,
there is little to no incentive for me at this point to take a QB until the third round at the very earliest.
Because here's the problem, and this is what Nathan and I have been talking about. The liquidity of those quarterbacks, it is non-existent.
Yeah.
And so because of that, even though their perceived value is more so than the guys going at the end of the turn that are these receivers, as you can see up there, the receivers, in terms of their real market value, they fetch more often than not as good a price, if not better, than any of the QBs because they're so much more liquid.
Yep. So, for example, one of the moves that I made as a hard rebuild in one of my leagues is before the season started. I had tried for probably over a calendar year to trade away Joe Burrow, could not get it done. And what I did is I just made a lateral move. I moved Burrow, and I just pivoted to CeeDee Lamb. And obviously that looks way better now post Burrow injury.
I remember
that wasn't very predictable.
I remember when you did that.
Like at this point, it's just I was trying to get ahead of exactly what we're seeing right now with these QBs, and it is if you have one of those guys and you can't move off of them, you're essentially screwed. Like there's not really any way for you to build up at the skill positions what you need to build up if you really want to be a serious contender and you need that extra depth or flex upside or whatever.
In my opinion, easily the best place to be in startups right now is at the turn. I mean, it's not even close. I would rather have Bijan and Amon-Ra, Bijan and JSN over Josh Allen and whoever you're going to get there.
If you see these...
Think about getting May and Rice compared to Bijan and Neighbors. Like, that's... It's not comparable.
And what I would anticipate happening is once we get to the offseason and we see a good chunk of these QBs start to trickle down to the tail end of the first round instead of the top, then third round reversal will probably be back.
Because in our imagination, JSN is not worth near as much in Dynasty as Lamar Jackson. But in reality, when you're looking at the prices JSN goes for compared to the prices that Lamar Jackson goes for in Dynasty, since you literally cannot trade him if you have him, they're actually very close in value.
They are.
They actually are very close.
I think the tier has just expanded.
It has, and I think it's the 112, right? The 101 through the 112 is the same, which is why that end is so good, because the drop-off starts after probably Gibbs.
203,
Yes,
204.
exactly.
You could debate London and Genty might be in there.
Maybe, but like you don't feel as good about those guys as you do taking Amon-Ra, JSN, or Neighbors, or Bijan. Like there is a clear teardrop there.
But with the tier expanding, what does that mean for the guys up top? Strategically for us, we would just prefer to draft the more liquid asset, and that is a wide receiver. So
because
at this point, and again, this is not like we've had this opinion about Jamar Chase specifically for a while, but like why would you not take Jamar Chase at the 101?
Which last year I never thought I was going to get there. I was like, I think that it's going to happen, but I don't necessarily agree with it. Now
we
I'm
got
like,
close to him being like, oh yeah, you could take him 103 over Daniels. But now I'm
not gonna lie to you. I don't care if you take Puka, Jefferson. I don't care. I don't care if you take. I'm not gonna dunk on anybody for taking a wide receiver anywhere in the first round.
If I do a startup next year and I end up with the 101, I'm just telling you, I'm 10 times out of 10, I'm taking Jamar Chase.
See, Brent says, I personally take May over Daniels and maybe even Lamar. I don't blame you there, but I would, and my point is, Brent, I would take Lamb over both of them in a lot of instances in Dynasty, because I know I can trade Lamb if I need to. But here's the thing, like if you have, a lot of times, especially when you're starting a fresh Dynasty league, and you kind of have to take it on a league by league basis, because every league is going to be very even when the startup draft occurs. But one way to get ahead in a deeper league, in a start 10 or deeper Dynasty league, one way to get ahead is down tiering from your top asset. You realize when you're doing these startup drafts, some of the best teams that come out of these startups are the ones that make trades and trade away their first. That's not a coincidence. It's basically because they're squeezing out as much value as they can out of their first round pick. You can do the exact same thing after the startup draft by trading your first round pick and down tiering to a number of elite assets from the second to fourth round. Now, because of that, I think one way to separate yourself as a Dynasty team, especially after you start, is to down tier from your top guy. It is so much easier to down tier from an elite wide receiver than it is an elite quarterback. Because we tell people all the time, like, what's a league-winning move out of a fresh startup? Oh, take Jaden Daniels and down tier to Baker at the same production level and get pluses on top. Get one of these elite wide receivers or running backs on top. What's the problem with that? Can't do it. You can't, like, if we're thinking about how realistic trade suggestions are, which is something we're thinking a lot about right now, trying to make the most realistic trade suggestions to you possible. That's one where it's so ideal to do it, but you almost can never get it done.
In season, and that's the big thing.
But even out of season, they're much harder to trade than wide receivers.
Out of season, it is much more doable because we saw it a lot, which is why we recommended it a lot in the offseason. But by the time push comes to shove in the middle of the season and people look at the points that they're scoring with Daniels versus the points that they're scoring with Dak, they're like, well, why would I make this move? Because of the long-term value insulation, sure. But that's a production lateral move for a team that was looking to contend with Daniels or with Dak, and then you're doing a swap there, and why would you want to pay up for a guy that's giving you the same amount of production as a guy like Dak? It's very hard to get a contender to do.
Barksy says facts. On one team I have Allen, Lamar, and Drake May. I can't trade any of them. So do you know what the solution here is? From an advice standpoint, I think our solution is tell people not to draft those guys.
Yeah,
legitimately.
Yeah,
you don't have the problem of getting stuck with a mid dynasty team if you never take the asset that you can't move.
That's what I'm saying is, you give me a top 3 pick and I'm taking Chase. I'm taking another wide receiver. I'm not taking one of those QBs. I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. I'll take them once they fall to the mid or the late first, but I'm not taking them right now over wide receivers.
So then the problem is going to become, and this is ultimately what's going to happen, because I think we'll convince people. We're going to have to make a really, really, really convincing statistical video on it, which I'm totally fine writing.
Yeah.
I think we'll convince people, and I think there's going to be a huge market correction on QBs, and I think they're going to start going at the turn at the earliest.
And that's when you would want to start taking them.
And then the problem becomes, then you take them.
Yeah.
But are you stuck in the same situation?
But again, that's fine, because that's not the argument we're making. We're not saying don't ever take QBs. We're saying don't take them here.
QB is so hard to trade.
So one thing that I have noticed, a lot of the trades involving these premium assets like Jaden Daniels, Josh Allen, Lamar, rebuilds are targeting those QBs. So contenders are generally moving off of one of those guys, and the ones where they can get it done are when they're negotiating with a rebuild who's offloading their contending assets.
Which is interesting because from a rebuilding perspective, it's not a good idea to buy into a top asset because they can't go up in value at all.
They essentially are looking to eliminate volatility at
which you do, but then you maintain
running back. So like let's say they move Jacobs and Herbert for Drake May.
Again, but as a rebuild, I mean, from a stability standpoint, it makes sense. But from an upside standpoint, it makes no sense. Like you literally are just going to maintain your crappy value levels, which made you a rebuild in the first place.
Yeah.
So like,
but again, for contenders, like
and if you're a contender, you don't want to give up the high upside flex guys.
But if you're a contender and you can pull that off with a rebuild, like I honestly, with some of these high end QBs, they're looking to be pretty attractive at the moment for rebuilding teams because they're like, oh, I have a Dak who's producing at the same level that Daniels is, and they're thinking, I want to insulate my long-term value at the quarterback position, when in reality, they don't realize they're locking themselves into that asset long-term, most likely, at this current price.
It'll stunt their rebuild,
They're essentially willing to, like, quote-unquote, buy at a discount by offloading their contending assets to you, who is a contender, and then you can kind of capitalize.
Look at Barksey's team at the 111.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you do it.
That's
like, I would not do it any other way. Like, which sucks. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just trying to figure out, is it going to get us into trouble by telling people altogether not to draft like top 2 round quarterbacks? I think what I want to do is I don't hardly want to play any more Dynasty leagues, to be honest with you right now, because we're so busy, but want to play in one and just do no QB and see if I can ever make it work. Like, I want to just try it.
My best Dynasty team by far is the one where I went no QB 2 years ago. And it still is like, I'm my favorite to win the league.
This is like foreign language. This is like, it's like telling Baptists they don't have to wear jean skirts all the time. Dude, like, facts. It's like saying in a Superflex league good. That you don't, saying in a Superflex league you don't have to take QB and you shouldn't take QB in the first 4 rounds. That's like a foreign language. Like, we're almost getting. If you would have listened to us 2 years ago, it's almost heretic. What we're saying.
No, it's almost heretical, but we were the QB truthers at that point in time because the value of quarterbacks and where they were going was so much lower. I mean, your Dynasty QB 20 was going in the 11th round.
Right.
And now your Dynasty QB 20 is going in the 7th. So that was a big adjustment for a lot of people because, again, Dynasty is it's new-ish, but modern Dynasty is new. Like, Dynasty has been around for a long time. You've got the Dynasty dinosaurs who really started with 1 QB, and it was literally just a way to continue on the league to the offseason, but it was the same redraft settings.
Yep.
So you were playing with 1 QB, Superflex starts growing, it gets more and more popular, and then Superflex is essentially established as like baseline for Dynasty Fantasy Football. About 70 to 75% of people play in Superflex leagues, according to like our team reviews that we do, and that's just been in the last few years, like the last half decade, honestly, is when it's gotten really, really popular.
Which I think even in redraft Superflex leagues, QBs are overvalued.
Yeah.
I see redraft.
But again, that's the thing is like they weren't previously in Superflex leagues up to 5 years ago because. 3 to 5 years ago.
We're gonna trailblaze the correct QB values in Superflex League. It does somewhat depend on 6-point passing touchdown as well, because some of these guys in 6 points are cheat codes.
Yep, it does.
Because it actually gives you like a tangible scoring advantage.
Bonuses definitely matter.
Bonuses are huge. We're gonna
go ahead.
No, when we refresh our stuff, I want to have a specific section for bonuses, so where it very clearly highlights it. So one piece of feedback that we got with our team reviews was like, I don't feel like it's adjusting for the bonuses that I have in my league. So we'll make it very obvious and we'll tailor our advice that way. So I think that's just one way to make it more personalized. But
and there are there's a difference in my opinion still in Superflex leagues compared to like tight end. So like for tight end, a lot of times we just say the risk does not outweigh the reward when you're investing a top 2 to 3 round pick in an elite tight end, when you can just kind of fade it and get a streamable guy that you can plug in every week and is going to put up a decent amount of points. Like for Superflex, there is, regardless of the fluctuation of these QBs and what we want to happen with them, which I'm sure we'll be able to get them down and push them down this offseason, but you are still going to have a sweet spot for QBs where we're going to be all over them.
Yeah.
And that's generally the case with QBs every single year. Like, regardless of what our opinion has been throughout, which is we're high on QB value or low on QB value, being correct about your valuation of QB and hitting on the guys that are actually going to be productive and make a difference in your lineup when push comes to shove in the middle of the season, like, you got to make sure that you're hitting the right sweet spot during your startups so that you're not screwed.
This is a good point. Zero QB and redraft Superflex is all fun and games, so you end up with Tua and Geno. Yeah, but you can't go that far.
That's exactly what I was just alluding to, though, is we're not saying that, hey, this is exactly the same as tight end where you go and you just ride with Zach Ertz and Travis Kelce. Like, no. What you want to do is it's all about the opportunity cost of where you're investing in QB up top versus the production return that you're actually getting multiple rounds later. Like, there should be, from an insulation and production perspective, a direct correlation between the price of the guys that are going all the way up there and the price of the guys that are going multiple rounds later. But the reality is right now, there's a massive disconnect with that gap, because as large as the gap is between the top guys and the rest of the field, the production difference is a few points per game.
It's not hardly
so
at all.
it's
and the thing is about ending up like with Geno in a redraft Superflex is, it doesn't cost that much to get to Darnold. And just get the right guy.
Right.
Like, you guessed wrong, okay, you're not gonna have trouble trading for.
That's why Geno, for example, was an example of a guy that we would say, hey, get as a QB3. He's not ideal as a QB2. We would rather you have him as a QB3. Matt Stafford, Sam Darnold, like in the offseason, we're like, those are ideal QB3 options, not QB2. Same with Tua.
Like a good
our definition of fade QB, quote unquote, is don't not draft them for the first 8 rounds of your startup, but don't spend your top 2 picks on QBs. Get them in the 4th and 5th.
Barksy should be taking Goff here. I don't know if he'll end up taking Goff, but Goff should go with this pick.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he takes him.
So example,
this is where you take Goff.
The
he
team
doesn't take Goff. I would have taken Goff there. See, I think that's too much. I think when you look at smart impact at the 109, that's a decent balance where you have 3 elite wide receivers, or 2 elite wide receivers and a good wide receiver 3, and then Saquon, and then Purdy and Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
That's a contending team right away.
Yep.
So, but somebody like, one of these guys here, this is where if Goff makes it to you, holy smokes. Right. 7th round, that's where I'll take my quarterback. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And that was a great spot this last year. So, like, one of my favorite teams right now in Dynasty, one of my favorite Dynasty teams is one where I drafted a couple years ago before this was popular, but I faded QB up top, which we were not telling people to do, but I wanted to try it out and see what happened long term, and lo and behold, it ends up being my best team. But my QBs, again, this is our quote-unquote fade QB strategy, is Penix, Lawrence, Stafford, and Darnold, right? Well, it's not like I faded to a point where I had Aaron Rodgers and Jameis Winston. Like, that's not what we're advocating for. But that's the type of QB room that honestly is ideal at this point.
Who are some on QB3s you guys are targeting for contenders? See, the thing about having a QB3 is they can be as cheap as you want them to be, because realistically, you're only starting those guys on bye weeks or because of an injury.
Yep.
Like, go get Flacco for nothing as a QB3 and plug Flacco in when you need him. Aaron Rodgers. Get Aaron Rodgers for
another
nothing.
Good one this offseason too, yeah.
So, like, realistically, your QB3 should be as cheap a guy as possible. You can put it in any given week, and he's not going to get you 10 points, but he's going to get you 15.
Yeah, and every year Stafford ends up being almost as cheap as those guys because people just expect him to retire every single year.
Good golf. See, that's a good golf pick. That's a great pick.
Very productive.
And that team is kind of nasty. The Randy's team is kind of nasty there. The one thing I would change is, of course, taking Kenneth Walker. I think Kenneth Walker's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not dead in the sense that he'll probably something's going to happen with that situation. So, I don't know if he's going to go somewhere else or what, but
yeah, you know, Krusty Krab.
This year he's dead.
You know the Krusty Krab 2 league?
I know the Krusty Krab
because we're both in that one. You're in that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was another one where I faded QB. I went wide receiver first 3 rounds. I got Chase, London, and
we did a
JSN.
video on your startup in that one.
And then I went Baker and Penix and Geno. It was?
Yeah, it's our second most viewed video of all time now.
Oh, the startup one. Yeah, we did the startup one based on that draft. That's right.
The thumbnail is your start.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I do remember that. And you're heavily contending that league, aren't you?
I actually had a really, really bad start. But I've won 2 straight, and I've kicked butt the last 2 weeks. I'm 2-4 right now.
Yeah, that video, it's just like this with startup videos, but like that video has 68,000 views.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it had like no views when we first released it, but
Yeah,
it aged well. I think.
I drafted
think
a ton of young guys in that one, so
I mean,
figured I would
your
start slow,
your start on the thumbnail aged really well with Chase London and JSN in the first 3 rounds. Like that, I think what we told people to do in the offseason, I think it's working very well. I just wish I had more teams that I had drafted that way, but I only did 2 new teams this offseason, and I kind of got bent in the 2 drafts that I did. So I ended up having to take Caleb in one of them. I don't
know. Jackson Dart was another one where if you drafted him in the 11th this offseason, you're feeling really, really good about that one. I mean, that again, hindsight's 2020, but that Jackson Dart pick and investment at that price range was just, it was so low risk, and the upside was just unbelievably high, because you know what happens to QBs that establish themselves as starting QBs that show any sort of competency whatsoever, and he's obviously shown to be even more than competent. But yeah, we did that in another league too. I think it was our last one.
Yeah.
Was it? What was the last one that we did? Shoot, I'm trying to find it. I don't remember. I'll find it.
See, the nice thing is, these wide receivers that we thought were going to break out this year, JSN, Rome Odunze, a lot of them have. Tevin Millen, we're still waiting on a little bit.
Marv is the one that looks pretty rough
Marv's
right
the
now.
one that looks rough. Marv's the one we told people was going to happen, and it's just not happening right now, and it just sucks.
Yeah.
Ibuka ended up looking good because he was the one guy before training camp that we said, oh my gosh, you have to buy this guy right now.
Yeah. The finale league.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was the one. I'm trying to remember where I got him. Yeah, I got Dart in like the 8th at that point, and he was rising a little bit. But he's where did Dart go in this draft?
The 4th.
The 4th?
403.
Yeah.
Which, now, if I'm doing a startup, I'm not taking Dart. Realistically, I'm not taking somebody after 2 starts that has jumped 5 rounds of value. Too small a sample size. You could end up easily losing that value. But Henderson and Barkley are down to the 5th now. Scadaboo's in the 5th. Travis Hunter's in the 5th now. QJ's up in the 6th, which I think is appropriate at this point. I think he's still kind of a decent value in Dynasty at the moment. So,
where did he go?
Who?
QJ?
6th. 603.
6th, okay. Right there by those other guys that are
that have just as many questions.
Yeah.
Like Golden and QJ. Like,
I would still give precedence over Golden. Or I would still give precedence to Golden over QJ, but JMO, it's like, I mean, at this point, QJ's showing the same upside that JMO has.
Yeah, I would realistically probably take QJ.
I don't really have an issue
Golden
with QJ over JMO right now. DK is what DK is, like good games, bad games.
Yeah, DK theoretically last night should have had a big game, and he
should have for sure. He's kind of the reason of that second pick. Did you watch that whole game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you saw Aaron Rodgers' Hail Mary at the end.
Yeah, I did.
He threw it like 70 yards.
I know.
It was ridiculous.
I know. He like put everything under it. I was like, oh man, he really got it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got tackled by one of his linemen when he scored a touchdown too.
I saw that too.
Yeah, he was
I was looking at some replays today.
You know what's kind of sad?
Was hilarious.
You know what's kind of sad is Aaron Rodgers, when I was a kid, was my favorite player, and I got an Aaron Rodgers jersey for Christmas. Like I had a Green Bay jersey. I was a big fan of Aaron Rodgers when they won the Super Bowl. He's kind of an a-hole.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Like I just kind of sucks.
A lot of these people that he's playing with right now, they're like the people that grew up watching him, like you and me, and he was like their hero and stuff. And but also, I mean, that guy literally tackling him, like that was pretty rough. He came from behind him and just destroyed him.
I know, man.
I've never seen that before from a teammate.
I know.
Like I have.
And what's
never
funny is
seen
he
that
did
before.
his like little power up thing, and then he got tackled. He was so mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, he just kind of seems like an a-hole. Every time something went wrong in that game, he was so mad at everybody else. I'm like, dude, you're 40. Like, Flacco is technically outplaying you right now.
Yeah.
Flacco,
I have gotten to the point where
the Bengals have one plan right now. There's one simple game plan that they have, and it is literally unstoppable. It's Jamar Chase. Literally just threw it to him every time last night.
Yeah.
He had a touchdown that he dropped.
Higgins had a nice one too.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Wait, did you think that was OPI?
On the Jamar Chase catch?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't think
Gosh,
so?
no. He
the
dropped
one where
the touchdown
the one where he
before
like
that.
fell back.
They called the touchdown and they overturned it.
Oh,
and so
did
they threw it to him the next play. No, I don't think it was OPI. No, that was actually kind of disgusting that he even caught that. It was a sick catch, but
Yeah.
he had, I think, 2 drops as well. He should have had 45.
Yep.
He had one where he's juggling it out of bounds. It would have been 2.5 points.
It's those games that are like, it's only a matter of time, right? It's only a matter of time before a game like that happens. It's those games where I'm like, yeah, sorry, I can't put Puka over Chase right now.
No, but he's also scored
at Dynasty
20, 25, and 38 points in the last 3 games. Like,
right,
I mean, and Flacco, every time him and Flacco play, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I kind of don't want Burrow to come back during the playoffs. I kind of want it to be Flacco because I'm afraid Burrow's gonna come in there and be rusty.
Well, Flacco YOLOs. So
I know, and he's literally just force-feeding Jamar Chase the ball, and Burrow doesn't necessarily do that. Burrow's so good that he can get anybody the ball. Flacco's just like, where's Chase?
Flacco's like Jameis. Did you hear Flacco after the game yesterday? He was like, yeah, they were calling, half the play calls. I didn't know what they were. I just looked for Chase.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I didn't know what they were talking about. I didn't know what this play was. I just saw who was running routes and who was open, and I threw it.
He did a good job, Bim. I mean, just literally,
so
you just
funny.
throw it to Jamar every time, and it works.
Yeah.
He was unstoppable. He had Slay on him.
That is also...
And he had Ramsey on him, and he was just eating their lunch.
Here's the thing.
It was so funny.
Flacco at this point is literally, he's like a better version of Fitzpatrick as a journeyman quarterback.
Yep.
Also, wouldn't it be so funny if Mike Tomlin, you know how much Mike Tomlin loves Joe Flacco? Once Aaron Rodgers is done this year, they're signing Joe Flacco next year, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But...
he hates that. They're pissed that the Browns traded him. Like, they're pissed.
Yeah, I know.
Like, Tomlin was basically like, Andrew Berry must be smarter than I am.
Yeah, I saw that. It's case number 10,000, and there shouldn't be 10,000 cases. Why would you ever trade a player?
No, that's the worst. It's the worst in-season NFL move I've ever seen, I think.
And
it's worse than the Trent Richardson move by the Colts. It's so bad.
Here's the thing. It's Flacco, okay? He's a 40-year-old journeyman quarterback. He's not going to be like the long-term option. Obviously, he's a bridge quarterback. There's no long-term answer there or anything for him. So, you understand why they want to trade him away somewhere else. That's fine. I understand that. But why the heck would you ever do it to a division rival? I understand Cleveland isn't playing for this year, but why would you ever help a division rival when they're down bad? I feel like that's rule number 1 about how you deal with your division rivals.
Don't trade a stud into a division rival.
There's a reason that when you cut a player, your division rival ends up usually picking them up.
Yeah.
It's very, very common for the amount of times that a Colts player has been cut and picked up by Houston. A Houston player has been cut and picked up by the Colts. It's every single year. It happens all the time, constantly, because they're just trying to get some sort of competitive advantage over their division opponent to see if they were wrong about that player.
Yeah.
And it's why D'Amico Autry ended up going to Tennessee when they didn't sign him, and why Tennessee specifically went out of their way to sign him.
And he was good in Tennessee.
And he was very good in Tennessee, and it cost us.
Yep.
But
man, Cam Ward was the 10-10 there. Good value on Ward, I will say that. I mean, getting him after Daniel Jones, that's something.
For a pick swap too. Again, I understand it's Flacco. Long term, I guess it's whatever, but still, why would you ever help a rival? You don't do that.
I'm with you.
Don't do it.
All right. So, nothing else crazy here. Keon Coleman, it looks like he's probably just not going to do anything ever in his career unless he's QJ, and he does it in his 3rd year. Woof.
Who?
Keon.
Oh, yeah, unless he's QJ.
Yeah, I know, and he's probably not. I don't think he's near as talented as QJ was, so he's probably toast. He goes in the 10th. Loveland's a good value in the 9th.
QJ's RP was historically bad.
Josh Downs is also a good value in the 9th. There's some good 9th round picks here. I don't
know what to think about Josh Downs.
I don't love Alec Iomanor. I don't think that...
I sold Alec Iomanor for a second.
I don't think I think Alec Iomanor, you're seeing what he's going to be in fantasy.
Yep.
He's not going to be somebody who you can flex.
No.
I think he's a wasted pick.
He's a better Michael Wilson.
He exactly is. He's just slightly better Michael Wilson.
Yep.
That's exactly what he is. That's exactly what it is. It's only a matter of time before people realize you can't actually flex him. Doesn't mean he's not going to have big games, but so does Michael Wilson.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you're not starting Michael Wilson, but he'll score 20 every once in a while.
When Tennessee drafts Makai Lemon next year, you're going to forget Alex's name. So,
dude, I love Makai Lemon. FSC did their first
Tyson
rankings as well, and
did they?
They're very similar to ours. They still have Singleton in the first round though.
Okay.
So
I mean, I could see it being possible.
Them, but I did see a PFF mock draft today that was fun. Let me read it to you. Let's see, NFL draft. Let's do this. Yeah. Okay. So Ty Simpson.
Where did they have the Colts drafting?
32. Yeah. I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate it so much.
PFF can ligma. They can get out of here with that crap.
Yeah, we're gonna lose this week, and people are gonna be like, "Oh."
Yeah. Herbert is gonna cook us, dude. He's gonna absolutely
they're gonna slice and dice. So
we can never beat the Chargers.
So
either.
in this
mock
draft,
we can't beat the Chargers. Since dating back to the Peyton Manning days, we can't beat the Chargers.
In this mock draft, Ty Simpson went 101, and I think we made our video just before the Ty Simpson top 5 hype started coming, because Ty Simpson does look like as good a prospect as any quarterback in the draft right now.
I'm sorry. Ty Simpson.
The Alabama quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
yeah, he does look good.
Yes.
Yep.
So, because he has the highest, some of the highest analytics of any quarterback in college football right now. Good. But when you're looking at some of the throws he's making, the difficulty level. Now, it reminds me a little bit of Zach Wilson, to be honest with you. But I mean,
Zach Wilson was just a gunslinger.
But if you,
he would just,
and Ty Simpson's kind of the same way.
He would literally just sit behind that offensive line for 7 seconds and then just throw prayers down the field, and they were absolute dimes.
so it was Simpson 1, Fernando Mendoza 2, Dante Moore at 4. But you also had Jordan Tyson in here at number 9. The more film I watch on Tyson, aka the first film I've started watching on him, I think he's probably a top 15 pick easily. I think he's that good.
He's so good.
He reminds me of, I don't know who he reminds me of.
He's
how big is he?
So first off,
he's 6'2".
When I first got a good look at Tyson in one of those games, I was like,
"You're like, holy crap!
What?
I'm gonna see what
that guy could be a slightly undersized tight end.
So he's
super fast,
hybrid ball hog elite separator is his archetype.
Yeah, no, Tyson's legit. Again, part of the reason I went with Makai Lemon in the mock over Tyson for our first mock was just to give Makai Lemon a nod and be like, hey, he's very much capable of being in the same tier, the same level as Tyson. But if I were to guess, if you were to put a gun to my head right now and ask me,
unfortunate, man.
What?
Well, watching him, it was reminding me of somebody that I was not going to say on camera, because I was like, it looks too similar, but I don't think that I should say it. He looks and plays very similar to Justin Jefferson.
Nice.
He reminds me of Justin Jefferson. His build, he's kind of lanky, but
the way he moves
his ball skills are off the charts. Yeah. He's good in traffic. He's good, just kind of well-rounded, good at everything.
Yeah.
But when you type in the type of build he is to the bakery and the type of separator and the type of alignment he gets compared to some of these other guys, it's Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, and Jordan Tyson are the top 3. And those, honestly, Garrett Wilson and Jefferson are the guys I think he plays the most like.
Yep.
And those guys, Judy, Ridley, Addison, Hunter are the next guys with that build.
And then
John Mechie.
Just based off of build and skill set potential, if you were to put a gun on my head today and say, guess who's going to be the wide receiver the first one off the board in the NFL draft, I'd say Tyson.
It's going to be Tyson.
So
it will. And I love Makai Lemon though. And that's not to say that I don't think he's also going to go first round in this PFF mock.
You can still love Makai Lemon and be realistic with the expectations of a guy who just has the build to be a dominant NFL wide receiver.
Yeah. They're both great.
It's Tyson.
There's somebody on our video that the other day that said that there wasn't any top end wide receiver talent in this class. I'm like, you're out of your mind. You are out of your mind.
Yeah, this class, by the way, is so much better at wide receiver than it was last year.
It's a way better wide receiver class than it was last year.
And you look at 2023, it resembles.
It's not, because nowhere near 24.
No. You skip 24.
It's better than 23.
I think it could be better than 23 because if you remember those top 3 receivers,
it's not as
the
good
4
as 22,
guys.
You want to fire up another
23 class had so much depth at wide receiver, but it didn't really have the upside. you had the perceived upside in JSN and QJ, which obviously paid off with JSN. We were always big JSN people, but Flowers and Addison, everyone kind of knew where their place was.
So here's some other ones in this mock draft that you'll find interesting. Kenyon Sadiq went at 14 to the Chiefs. Oh my gosh. I would cry. I'd cry. That would be amazing. He would fit so well there. Think about it. Think about him getting all those Travis Kelce routes. Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine Kenyon Sadiq and Rashee Rice running cross routes?
No. That would be disgusting.
They'd be like
how do you... So another thing, this is Avery betting advice. Rashee Rice is absolutely scoring more than 20 fantasy points this week. Like, I would bet my house on it.
They're playing Vegas. They're gonna ball.
But they literally, like, I've never seen a team in an organization talk so much. You want me to check it? Talk so much. Just put it up on the screen. I can see it, Scott. Talk so much about a guy coming back and like
their eyes. They literally have like a twinkle in their eye when they talk about him.
Superflex, yes. Full point PPR on the scoring. Third line down.
So what are the Chiefs?
And then that's good. You can start it and share the link.
What are the Chiefs right now?
The link's coming in the chat for you guys to jump into the next startup.
Are the Chiefs 3-3?
Yeah.
You know they were like
you
know they're like, let's just hang on and wait until we get 3-3. They're gonna win out.
Dude, I'm telling you, Rice is gonna score so many points this week.
Yeah.
So Sadiq 14 to the Chiefs. Jeremiah Love at 18 to the Vikings, which it's a pretty good fit. I'm not gonna lie.
Who Jeremiah Love
to the
18
Vikings.
to the Vikes?
Yep.
Yeah, that would be good.
Makai Lemon at 20 to the Broncos.
That would be really nice.
It would be a good landing spot for him.
He would not be.
Really do well there.
Wow, yeah, that'd be nice. Where's Tyson at?
Did I not tell you Tyson was at 9 to the Giants?
Oh, okay.
Which with Dart I'd be okay with, but
yeah, no,
his ceiling would be limited.
That's just odd to me.
Yeah, I also think so. I don't think that's who they would take in the first anyways.
No,
Carnell Tate at 22 to the Rams, so he would theoretically be a Devontae Adams.
He would be
replacement.
Adams.
Yeah. Chris Brazzell at 24 to the Seahawks, so that would be a good pairing with JSN. To be honest with you,
yeah,
that would be fine. Denzel Boston at 30 to the Steelers. That would suck. I mean, depending on who the QB was, but it's probably gonna be Flacco, like you mentioned. So there's the link if you guys want to jump in the next draft. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide receivers in the first. Only one running back, which is gonna be that's what it's gonna be. There's only gonna be one running back in the first. 3 QBs in the top 5. So I'm really surprised Caleb Downs went at 12 in this mock. I don't know how he falls out of the top 7, but whatever.
He's the best player in college football.
I think he is too. I think he's an amazing prospect, but
yep.
Other good prospects went later. Caden Proctor went at 21 in this mock. So yeah, we'll see. Is it filling up, Scott? 3 more. All right, 3 more spots, and we'll get rolling with this mock draft. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Keep talking ball here. But yeah, I mean, the class is inherently like it's not the strongest class, but it doesn't suck. Is the thing like you have to break it down individually by position. At wide receiver, it's a better class than it was last year. At running back, it's a much worse class than it was last year. At quarterback, it's a mixed bag, but it's closer to last year than it was 2 years ago. And at tight end, it's not like it was last year either. But last year was a really good class. Last year was the deepest class I've ever covered. Like top 24, top 36 prospects in Dynasty. There were so many of them. And they were all good picks. So we will find out. I like Denzel Boston. I'm gonna give Carnell Tate.
Boston.
Denzel Boston. See, all these guys have first round draft capital. So. All right, let's see what happens now. We just had this discussion. We already see 2 of the first 3 picks are wide receivers here. And now, so we're alternating, which is fine.
Excited to see your guys' build with going Chase
Lamb,
and Puka up there.
So we're alternating here. That's good. This is nice and pretty.
Yeah, it's like a candy cane.
I mean, again, I don't Jefferson. I'm not telling you guys to subscribe to how we're thinking to our way of thinking because, it's still something we're figuring out. But I mean, in theory, it makes a ton of sense. In theory, it makes a ton of sense. So I'm curious to see how these builds turn out here. We'll go Daniels at the 1-7, but again, and then May, So we're kind of more checkering these guys now, which is fine. Like, I think that's acceptable. Bijan goes, which we've got the big 3 off the board, and we've got May off the board now. So now I think we're feeling pretty decent about it. JSN goes in the first. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with Amon-Ra. I don't disagree with any of this.
What time does IU play tomorrow?
3:30. Should win by a lot.
Is Michigan State
Bad.
bad?
Yeah.
Good.
They got beat by UCLA. They got smoked by UCLA.
I'm giving people a pass if it's been in the last 2 weeks with
Sure.
Uka losses. I
Genty,
really
double running back, Neighbors.
I am like so scared
Romneys.
of UCLA, like irrationally scared of UCLA, because we have to play them, and I do not want to play them.
Yeah. It's Sig. The only thing that can stop that blonde-haired nerd is Sig.
Yeah, that's true.
London Odunze.
The nice thing is we're not playing them their first or second week with him as a play caller.
Yeah.
Like I'd be even honestly,
that
I would have been almost like crapping my pants in fear if we had to play him after the game after they beat Penn State. That would have been really.
Hampton Ibuka, nice pick. I like Hampton where he's going. Rice is a good pick. Rice will be going there. I'm surprised he's already going there, but he is. He should be. He will be correctly valued there in just a couple of weeks. So
that's why part of me wanted James Franklin to not get fired in the middle of the season so that we could just go to Penn State and just beat them and not have any surprises.
I don't think necessarily they're going to give us any issues, but they're the best team left on our schedule still on paper.
It's a road game at Penn State,
they don't have Aller, though.
It's going to be tough.
They don't have Aller, so it's going to be really tough for them.
Yeah, but I mean, Aller was cheeks anyways.
And like their strength is their running backs at this point, and we will kick their butt. Yeah. I really don't think it's going to be competitive.
Hey, they don't have Tyler Warren anymore.
It's true.
Tyler
Warren would have eaten us alive.
Uh-huh.
So then we
we thought Sadiq was going to eat us alive, and they shut down Sadiq.
That's because we have the best defensive coordinator in the country.
Yeah. Do you think the DC and the OC will both get head coaching jobs somewhere next year?
I think they could. The problem is they're getting paid a bunch of money. Like we are paying them. They're like 2 of the highest paid coordinators in the Big Ten, so in the country. So they're going to have to really get good jobs. I think eventually, I think they will. I hope one of them is the coach in waiting, but we've probably got 8 to 10 more years with Sig. So
yeah, coach in waiting for like Mike Shanahan.
I like that.
Would be awesome.
I like if this were a real startup, I would love this. I love taking Burrow where you took Burrow because Burrow actually is on track for a mid-December return.
How about that? Which again, last night was a perfect example of why they went and got Flacco because I think they thought that they could get a couple wins if they can stay in a very mid-division. Like they're only a game and a half out of the Steelers right now because they've played one extra game. If the Steelers taper off and the Ravens can't get out of the hole that they dug for themselves,
the Ravens are 1-5, dude. Like that is even.
I know it's historically
the Bengals
highly unlikely.
Still have like a lead on those guys. So, but he's projected to come back. I'm just kind of scared for fantasy purposes if he does because I'm like he's not going to force feed Jamar but he'll be better for Jamar overall. But like Flacco looks good enough. Like I'm happy with what like last night. Like Jamar's going to get 15 targets a game with Joe Flacco. Like I want that to stay, but. Because that's Lamb, Rice, and Wilson is your top 3 there. If I comment Daisy, that's nice. Ladd goes in the 3rd. Okay, so a little bit of a different. So this is the problem. Killer PF takes Lamar at the 1-2 turn, and then gets great value with Hurts on the way back. If this were a Dynasty League starting up today, you would be toast with Marvis, your wide receiver 1. And you would be toast with whoever here is your wide receiver 2 or running back 1. Like, you're just not going to contend. Because you think about it, in a Dynasty Superflex League, 7 out of your 10 at minimum positions are defined by running back or wide receiver. And that's really why. And Cook's a great pick in Dynasty, but it just sucks. Like, if you would have taken a wide receiver in the first, then you could have gotten Hurts at a really good value and then stacked those other positions. I don't know, man. I don't know. I see both sides of it. See where Culsey goes here. Barkley. Okay, so stacking wide receivers. I mean, that team is going to contend. Like, the team's going to contend. And I don't necessarily think it's going to lose value quickly either is my thing. There is an epidemic though beyond like the 209, 208. It's that all these guys, you're like, oh, I can take him here, but this might be a huge risk. They all have pretty serious questions with them. Like BTJ, should he still be going in the second round? He maybe could. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to taking him in the second round, but Henderson still goes in the fourth there. But this is more appropriate, I think, with where QB should go. But again, like let's look at Swizzler Bob, who's picking right now. His wide receiver one is T. Higgins, and his running back one is Amari Hampton. With those two quarterbacks, I mean, the first thing we tell him to do to contend on a blueprint is to move off the quarterbacks. It's the first thing we'd say. So that's the dilemma. That's the dilemma.
A year and a half ago, we had
Lads
how
analytics
many QBs going in the top 24 picks? More than 12, right?
Yeah. Lads analytics are very good, Ozzy Easttown. Yes. His analytics make him one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Like, he's got league-leading analytics from a route running standpoint, especially. He is very good. But I wouldn't say Ladd's more talented than QJ. QJ is very, very, very talented. He was just raw, but you're starting to see some of that talent materialize now. I don't really know which one you want long term, to be honest with you. QJ has made that a hard eval. I think, but Ladd's not going to be bad. Like, that's the thing. You know that. So Waddle does go here in the fourth. I saw him go in the early fifth and now the late fourth. That's pretty appropriate for his value right now.
I do think it's brutal in the Flock League that Nick literally only traded away Rice because he needed like short-term production now, and QJ missed those 2 weeks. Yep. That's pretty brutal. And
the fact that he gave me Javonte and I was this close to taking it with Chuba.
Yeah.
So he missed Chuba those weeks too.
Yep.
Yeah, it was basically a lost cause at that point. No, I'm
not complaining because I'm playing Nick this week. But if QJ plays,
I've got a
pop off,
huge lead on Sal, and so I'm going to this week with a pretty decent advantage. Yeah. Hi, dog.
Well, because you got Rashad White.
And yeah. And I play Danny next week with no Puka. So and he has a bunch of other guys on by too. Like, so I'm almost, if I don't blow it this week, I'm gonna be 6-2. I'll pretty much be able to do whatever I want at that point.
Yeah. QJ is gonna play.
Good. Yeah, I saw he was limited, so he goes here in the 5th round. So Scott, will you refresh the page? There's some missing picks. It glitches sometimes, but when you refresh it, it comes back. What's up, David? Good to see ya. You're here to trade. Jose says, what do you mean by raw genuinely? Essentially that he had all the physical talent in the world and showcased some of the athletic ability and skill ability to be a very good wide receiver, but he hadn't really put all of those together. Yes.
He never showcased ball skills ever.
Not really ever.
Not
for a guy with his build, like that's kind of alarming. What he needed was a coach. Catcher. What he needed was a coach that would actually tell him how to be a wide receiver and put all of those things that he is good at just naturally together and work on his intangibles. So he was always that type of prospect, though. Like when you looked at him in college, he was very unpolished as a wide receiver.
Which is why, again, hindsight 2020, but we should have always been reluctant about his price.
I don't know how you guys are. Appreciate you, Jose. I don't know how we have 39 likes. That is like absolutely not up to domain audience standards. You guys, we hold you to the highest standards.
It's been tough to get those likes on redraft streams too.
Yeah, but this audience should kill redraft. This is our dynasty audience. Yeah. Drop a like, frickers. Come on, we appreciate it. Come on, you're the best audience in the freaking industry. What are we doing? Appreciate you, Ozzy Easttown. Appreciate you too as well, Jonathan. All right, I gotta freaking tell Sam.
What were your favorite?
Yeah, you can.
What were your favorite old school jersey ideas?
Oh, I haven't really thought about it yet. I liked most of them though. Actually, Let's see. We're trying to figure out what new jerseys I want to get for the studio. The Manning one, I think I might already have. I love LT. I want to get powder. I like the LT idea because I want to do a powder blue.
Yep.
The Dan Marino like throwbacks Dolphins jersey would be
also
sick.
Cool. Having a Seahawks jersey would be awesome.
Bo Jackson is a great idea.
Bo Jackson would just be like legendary. If you want another powder blue, the Oilers jerseys.
Yep, those are sick.
Like a Warren Moon or a Steve McNair.
Yep. So Brock Purdy goes in the 6th again here. Brock Purdy's interesting because we said, down tier to him, down tier to him, down tier to him. He's actually lost value in the season. But most of the reason he's lost value is because he's been hurt. I mean, he's not really like not performed. It's just a matter of
who?
Purdy.
Oh yeah, he's been
him
hurt.
And everybody else on that team has just been hurt. And
it makes you wonder, man, like what did Shanahan do? What like what deal with the devil did he make to get this team as injured as they've gotten? Like it's legit getting to like creepy levels of.
That's pretty much, the 49ers, like, if they're bad, they're like extremely injured because that's like literally the only years they're bad.
Yeah, but this is like chronically injured.
I know, it's every game. Every game when they lose one of their best players, like
it's not just a rando. Like it is the difference-making player of some position.
I agree.
They're toast, man.
I agree, David. Dak, Goff, Purdy all in a row in the 6 is crazy. That's where you pick quarterback.
That's probably going to be our sweet spot.
That's beautiful.
Why Dak hasn't risen higher than where he was going preseason is beyond me.
Because he's 30, and I don't even care.
Who cares if he's 30? These QBs go till they're 37, 38 years old.
Yep. Just down tier from Hurts to Brock Purdy in an early 2nd today in a 1 QB. Okay, nice. Because I think the tush push is going to hurt him. Yeah, we'll see. How do you guys feel about the Bucky injury? The Bucky injury is interesting. It's one I'm monitoring extremely closely. I'm seeing a lot of people saying he's not even going to be back till after the bye, which I think that's probably best case scenario at this point because he's not practicing.
No, they declared him out really quickly.
He's not practicing today. He didn't practice this week at all, and so he would have to have full practices all of next week to come back for week 8, and then they have the bye in week 9. I think he's back in week 10 versus New England. So I think I get 2 more weeks of Rachaad White, which is amazing. Week 10's tough for me though. Week 9 maybe. There's a week I have like all my guys on bye at once. So
yeah,
we'll see if I win.
You'll be fine at this point with your run. Like you're locked in the playoffs. You just need all the stars to align by the time the playoffs start,
Hampton
and then you're in good shape.
Yep. If I can get Hampton back in week 13,
needs to be back and in full strength.
I need him back in 13, so he's ready 14. Like if that happens,
good.
I'm gonna be good. I have very quietly in that league. I mean, if you look up and down at all the rosters in that league, I have built the most complete team.
The Rice trade by far.
Because I've got 2 guys on my bench I can start every week, and there are like Sal's team doesn't have that.
Yeah, you know how many people were targeting Rice?
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah,
I know. I was very scared to do that trade, and I don't think I'm gonna regret it one bit. It could end up winning me the league, which again, that's where it's at, but. I mean, I'm looking at all the rosters in that league, and there are definitely people that have better players than me, but there's not really anybody that has as well-rounded of a team as I do, which I think I was very much trying to build a well-rounded team in that league. So I did not.
The ceiling of Sal and Mason is undeniable.
But Sal's like you can beat anybody in any given week. Yeah. But if Sal's 1 or 2 guys has a bad week, like he's extremely beatable. My flex spots are better than Sal's.
My team was a stat correction away from beating him.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and it wasn't because his guys didn't play well. It's because his stars didn't play well. It's because of how weak he is at wide receiver. There's a reason he keeps trying to trade away JT.
Yeah, and CD's back this week, so that's going to hurt Pickens. Mm-hmm. Pickens isn't going to be like 30 point Pickens.
He's well aware, and that's why he's trying to shop JT. Yeah. So.
Yep. No, and I'm not trading with him or Mason. I want them to be stuck with the rosters they have now. I'm a little worried about the dev team, but whatever.
Just sucks, man. I wish I was in a more ideal. I wish I was Danny this year, honestly.
Yeah.
I wish I was as lucky as Danny, and then I would have been able to get Puka, and then I would have been feeling really good. Because I had a.
Will you refresh it again, Scott? It's being weird. I know.
The limitations that you have when you're towards the bottom of the league are like. I mean, you can't hardly do anything.
Yeah.
Because everybody's trying to fleece you, and you have to get you just have to get short-term wins. So.
Yeah, I know. But I really I'm looking at my team right now, and I just I think I've done what I needed to get myself back in a position to repeat, and it's just going to be getting into the playoffs and having big games at the right time. That's literally going to be it. Like, I don't think there's anything I need to do at this point. It's just, I'm going to have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
There wasn't much volatility last year in the playoffs. Like, it was pretty much...
No.
Like, everything that happened was kind of expected. Zach's team, like, I guess that was the only quote-unquote surprise, but his team was faltering towards the end of the year anyway.
It definitely was.
Like, his ceiling for sure.
And my team wasn't. So I was the hottest team at the end of the year, and I ended up winning. Like, that's...
Yep.
I need it to happen again, but... I mean, yeah. It's going to be interesting. It is... I mean, the FSC guys are also going to be dangerous as well if they make it in, because, having Puka makes you dangerous by default.
Yeah.
So, like, he could beat me any given week.
Yeah.
But I have Jamar to counter that. Like, if Jamar is Jamar, then I shouldn't have any issues beating anybody. No. Like... The question was always just, is Jamar going to be Jamar? Yeah. But if he's Jamar, like that, I would take my team over most. Like if he's not, then I wouldn't take my team over most, to be honest with you. So we'll see. Flock League drama, ladies and gentlemen. Nate made a big trade.
Did you see Marv is healthy?
I tried to tell you that.
No, I know.
I literally said that.
Do you remember what I told you though?
No.
I said, I know, I've been tracking it. I know that he could come back. He has a bye next week too. And legitimately, I cannot stand watching that team. Kyler is awful. And did you hear? So basically what they said about Kyler is he's starting 100% for sure rest of the season when he's back healthy. They're waiting until after the bye week. And once he's back, Marv's cooked. Marv isn't doing anything.
What's up, Sunranker?
I did think it was really funny though, because this week, like, there's no Zay Jones and no Michael Wilson. So it's literally only Marvin McBride, and Brissett is objectively better for Marv than Kyler is. Yeah. So he's going to ball.
What's up, A True? He says,
this is going to be really funny.
He says he went and got Baker for Kyler, Michael Mayer, and Wicks. That's a great move. That's a move that will win. That's a great move. Seattle Dark Horse Jeremiah Love landing spot. Oh, I hope he goes there and they don't give him 50% snap share and they give him 80. If the Bengals are in playoff contention, Chase will drop 38 plus every playoff week. I know. I know. I've been thinking about it. Games like last night are why I drafted Jamar Chase. Like, watching that game, having him on my team, it was by far the most fun I've had watching football this season. Like, there's just nothing anybody can do.
The two leagues,
he's just so good.
The two leagues where I drafted Chase, I think I started like 0-2, 1-3, or whatever.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
you're coming back.
Yeah.
Like, literally,
it feels good.
I drafted him because I watched him last season. I was like, I literally can't imagine what it would feel like to have that on my team. And it is unbelievable. Like, it's the best feeling in the world. Like, he's scoring every time they threw the ball. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, Sal's got to be dying. Sal is very not happy about it. It's very hard to come back from. Somebody dropping 40 on you to start the week.
He's ticked that he's hitting you at the time Rasheed's back.
Yeah, and Mason's ticked because I'm hitting Danny when Danny doesn't have anybody next week now. Yeah. Which I actually got super lucky that he made that trade because...
Yeah. The only reason they're ticked about that stuff is because they know you're the only threat against them to get a bye.
I know.
And if you get a bye, your chances skyrocket. So...
I don't want to talk about it again. I haven't even legitimately started thinking about winning again until this week, and I'm like, okay, I think I can do it. Like, I think I'm there again.
You got on a nice run. You started 0-2.
Well, yeah, everybody on my team was underperforming. You remember everybody ranked me 12th in that league after 2 weeks. I'm like, guys, my team is not this bad.
Well, if anybody actually watched Hampton, they would have known that he wasn't going to be.
I've had myself ranked at 6th the whole time. So I still don't have myself as the best team, to be honest, but. I had myself as 6th.
There are holes in your team, but there's holes in everybody's team right now. So
yeah, but my holes really aren't.
Kind of comes out in the wash.
I mean, my holes.
Say what about your holes?
My holes are like, is Devonta Smith gonna have a bad week? Like, which is not a bad. Like, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
it could be worse.
And running back too. So.
When I don't have Hampton, yes. But if White, I get 2 more weeks of White, I'm going to get pretty close to Hampton coming back. And I just got Chubb. I'll plug Chubb, and if he gets me 10 points, I'm good.
Chubble.
I only need 10 points from Chubb.
Chubb.
I messed up and traded Henderson and a 26 first and a 27 first for Achane. I don't think it's that bad. J-Rock says, better than having a child. Having a child was very stressful in our case, so it did feel better than that. Now, the child is better, but... having the child part was not fun for us. So, yes, it was better than that part. Yeah. But no, having the kid, like now having a kid, that is better. But yeah. Oh, man. Should I pick up Brissett off of waivers? I have Mac Jones starting only this week in a super flex. You could, yeah. I mean, that's not bad, but is Kyler officially out, or is he playing?
They said
he
that he is trending to be out. I believe.
Okay, so yeah, then I mean, it doesn't hurt to pick him up. Yeah, questionable. So an hour ago,
he was.
Terry's out this week. That hurts me.
Something.
Man, Terry, what a wasted season for Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
How often do we see this man?
Told you should have taken Sutton.
I know, but like, no. I mean, in hindsight, I wish I would have taken Sutton, but
taking Sutton and Devontae, not Sutton.
Think about how often, man, that guys that skip training camp, they just end up having a wasted season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Yep.
It is pretty wild. James Cook, honestly, is the only exception right now.
I know, he's killing
that I can think of.
Which he slowed down a little bit recently.
Yeah, I mean, touchdown regression, but
well, it's never gonna happen. All right,
right.
We're gonna start reviewing your dynasty teams, and so let me just tell you real quick how to get a team review. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat here. If you're interested in getting your dynasty team looked at, we'll do some of these tonight. You know, if you have questions about whether you're contending or reloading, you can get an a la carte blueprint, or you can get a free blueprint if you use code DOMAIN. Okay, when you create an account on the site, you're gonna subscribe to the annual Mother Flocker too. That's Dynasty. You get our Dynasty Rankings Trade Calculator, our draft guide. You get our mock draft tool. It's gonna include a team blueprint for free. Okay, so we'll do the team blueprint live on tonight's show. You'll get the team blueprint sent to you, and then you're gonna get a new blueprint every week during the season, and you're gonna get to join the Discord. So you can buy it. You can buy team reviews if you wanna. You know, hey, can you look at my team? You're welcome to just go submit your team to us. Or again, if you become a member on the site, it's a free blueprint that comes with it. So we'll start taking those submissions now. Again, it's code DOMAIN flockfantasy.com/domain. Those are the couple ways to get a blueprint. I'll keep dropping the link for you guys. How many are in a queue right now? Wow. Holy smokes.
We got 5 and a lot.
50 memberships, Ozzy. Holy smokes, man.
We have a lot of trade questions.
That's sick. We appreciate you, man. Shout out to Ozzy Easttown. Man, that's sick. Ouch. That's sick. Appreciate you, buddy.
Let's do
what a dub.
Let's do the trades and start sets.
Let me also, oh, by the way, if you've messaged me on Discord and you haven't heard back, it's because I'm way behind, like on my Discord messages again. Becca was out I did all of our thumbnails this week. Did you know that?
What?
I did all of our thumbs this week. So I've been really busy this week, but they looked okay. Not the Dynasty thumbs, those were Becca. You would be able to tell if they were me. Let's give away a blueprint as well. Blueprint 69 in the chat, no caps, no spaces. We'll give away a free team review tonight. And here's how it works. Of course, I'm gonna up the ante tonight. If you, man, it's still giving out memberships. Yeah, Blueprint 69. If you purchase a blueprint and you win the giveaway, I'll give you a second free blueprint. If you purchase a membership and you win the giveaway, I will refund your membership. Okay, so people who purchase things that win, they get extra goodies. So yeah, Blueprint 69, no caps, no spaces. That's right. Appreciate you guys.
All right, we got Coop.
All righty then. Are we doing these questions first or no?
Yes.
Okay. Go to the top. What's the first one? Do we need to do the start sets now?
Yeah, they came in.
All right, let's do these start sets here. And again, you guys can submit your teams. By the time we're done with these questions, we should have all of them in the queue. You guys should be good to go. So Ozzy East, it looks like we got you, my friend. Appreciate you. And he's a freaking mother flocker now. Dude, Ozzy is freaking, where is, I'm going to just give you another team review, dude. You're the man. Holy smokes. Shout out Ozzy. What a guy. All right, be knownly. Let's go through this. Basically just a flex spot here. Jordan Mason, we have the option between. Who are the buys this week? It's Bills and Ravens. Or was that last week?
Bills and Ravens.
Jordan Mason. We don't have Puka. I mean, you've got Adams. I'm surprised you're not starting Adams here. I would start Devontae Adams for sure. And then I would start Jordan Mason over Jordan Addison. So. Jordan Mason for the next one. Perfect. All right, start sit question. The next one is going to be Nico, Fannin or Waller, and then Vidal or QJ. Okay, so cool. So between Fannin and Waller, I would probably say I'd probably start Waller actually, to be honest with you. Oh, no. Sorry, Fannin. I forgot Waller's playing in that Cleveland Bowl.
Njoku's injured too, so.
Yeah, so Fannin, and then, well, they're both playing in that game actually, so it's not going to matter which one you start. But Njoku's injured, we'll go Fannin. And then at flex here, you have Kamani Vidal in there. I mean, it's Kamani Vidal or QJ. I would start Vidal. So that's good. All right, we have a trade question here. This is a redraft. 1 QB, 10 team, start 7. Josh Allen, Quinshon Judkins, and Rome Odunze for Jaden Daniels, Javonte Williams, and Justin Jefferson.
I prefer Javonte over Quinshon in a vacuum. I prefer Jefferson over Odunze in a vacuum. I would rather take the skill position upgrades over the QB downgrade.
Yep, I'll take this trade. Mark, you can mark the Javonte side as the winner, Scott. All right, C. Kepner's got a trade question here for us next. This is a Dynasty 12-team Superflex. JCM, Caleb in a second for... So this is essentially like Caleb for JT almost cancel out. It's a little bit more, but JCM in a second. It's not even close. I would probably take Taylor here.
Yep.
I would take Taylor. Take the better running back here. Mitchell's got a trade question for us now here. 2 firsts for Nico Collins here. He says, should I buy Nico for 2 firsts? Need a better wide receiver one. If you're contending and those are late firsts, yeah, take Nico. Let's take the Nico side of that deal. Chris says it's 26 late second. Yeah, that's fine. I would do it either way. All right, QJ. This is a redraft. It's QJ for Rico Dowdle and Tyjae Spears. I would hold QJ here. Do the QJ side. Don't even think about this. I'm not making this deal. David's got a trade question here for us. David Wilborough 7. He said weird spot could go either way on the season 16 team. So Kyron for no, this isn't enough value. I would hold your guys. If you could go either way, hold your guys and see what happens. I would hold Kyron and Devontae Adams here. It's not enough value for these guys. Not enough value there. I would hold. With Genty comes a late 26 first. For Daniels, I would hold Genty here and go get a cheaper QB than Daniels. So.
Yep.
And then Minimoth, redraft, 14 team. This is Drake London and Ladd McConkey for Justin Jefferson and Jalen Waddle in a redraft. Yeah, I would take Justin Jefferson's side here. I'd take JJ. All right, y'all. Let's do this. Again, Blueprint69 in the chat to enter the giveaway. Shout out Aussie East, who gave away a bunch of memberships and also became a member. We appreciate that. Gary's got a trade question here for us. It's actually 28 first. Should I try offering seconds? Yeah, try offering seconds. Don't trade your 28s. Try offering a second or 2 seconds to do it. So I would take the 27 first here. Or the 28 first, but I would still be trying to get burdened that you're making a smart move there. Are all these Dynasty, Nate?
No, they're not.
Okay, where does tonight start?
We're starting with Coop.
All right, Coop. Let's do this. The number 1 Dynasty in Dynasty. I remember this team. Pull it up real quick. Your comments up.
Yeah, so team name is, you said number 1 Dynasty in Dynasty. Yeah. So he did add a comment on here.
Said, I sent a trade question earlier about getting Justin Jefferson and T-Mac for Hampton, Laporta, Olave. T was wondering if I even need to do it. What are the moves to secure the chip? Looking for 2-for-1s to clear up some bench space. Already tried Sutton and Godwin. Couldn't get the deal done. Ho, ho, ho. Appreciate you, Coop. I think we've done this team twice before.
Yeah, another one too. He said, got offered Henderson and Ramondre for Charbonnet Marks in my 26 first. Tempted.
Henderson.
It's a late first.
I would do that.
I would do that.
I would do that. I'd take Henderson.
So I'll add that in the strategy.
Because realistically, you're not going to start any of these guys. You're trying to up tier, like you mentioned. But let's go ahead and grade this out. You got Drake May, Baker Mayfield, and Daniel Jones will give a 7 at quarterback. It's a 1 QB. My bad. Drake May's still a 7.
I'll give it an 8.
That's fine. Baker's elite. Bijan, Gibbs, Hampton, 10. JSN, London, Rice, Higgins, Olave, 9.
8.
I'd probably go 9. Still at 12 team. And then 3 top 12 receivers. Yeah. And then 2 top 25 guys. And then Laporte is a 7. Hold on. 1, 2.
A well-rounded CCO.
4, 5.
Good starting
6.
lineup. He's flexing Hampton and Rasheed.
That's really close to elite value.
Yep.
He's well above his league mates as well.
Yep. What's his record right now? 6-0.
6-0. Yeah, this guy's he is going to win this league. It's not even going to be. Nobody's going to touch him. I don't think.
All right. So this is one where I do think it's worth you up tiering from Sam Laporta. So we're basically just going to recommend some package.
So the one that he mentioned was getting Jefferson and Ted McMillan for Hampton, Laporta, Olave, and T. So you could look at that as like Hampton and
Laporta
for Jefferson, which I would take Jefferson there.
And then Olave and T for McMillan.
I would probably do that.
It's a start 8. I don't mind doing it.
I would definitely do that in a start 8.
Yeah.
It sucks you're not getting a running back there, whereas Hampton, you can't start Hampton right now anyways. But we're definitely going to get another elite running back here. We have to. In fact, I think somebody would pay for one of your quarterbacks. I would just trade Drake May for a running back in this format. Glad you have him, but like, you can start Baker and get top 5 quarterback production every week and trade Drake May for somebody you can start at in your flex spot as a running back. I mean, let's just look, sorting by record here. We've got multiple guys at the bottom that you could potentially trade with, a 1-5 and 1-5 team. Kyron Williams is on a 1-5 team, and so is Cam Scadaboo. Those are two of the best targets for this team easily are going to be those 2 guys.
Yeah. Kyron, Scat, and again, I'll give you another idea. Like if you end up not being able to pull off that deal to get Jefferson and Tet, then I would just up tier from Sam Laporta straight up, include some depth pieces, and go get Trey McBride. I do think there's an advantage to having McBride compared to Laporta on a weekly basis. And then go ahead and take Josh Downs and Benson, and I would have no problem with you just getting Derrick Henry and putting him into your flex. Derrick Henry's lost a lot of value. You have a ton of cornerstones on this team. You can afford the risk of a older veteran running back that does have still very high upside. Kyron, Cam.
You could always try to get
Henry
from the 2 and 4 team as well. Jacobs and McCaffrey on a 3 and 3 team. Make sure you watch that team. If that team folds, you need to go get because he has no wide receivers for the most part. If that Jacobs McCaffrey team folds, you need to go get McCaffrey.
Yeah,
and he needs to be in your flex spot every week.
Agreed. You have any questions on that, Coop?
I don't know if Coop's here. Oh, he's here. Yeah, Coop.
What's up, man?
What questions do you have, man? I mean, pretty straightforward in my eyes here. Like, you know, you've got the Drake May. You can capitalize on that value. Still have a top 5 productive QB. You're still starting JSN, London, and Rice every week. You're still starting Bijan and Gibbs every week. You're starting Laporte. I mean, your starting lineup can't get much better, but we can upgrade your flex spots. Again, we can go get like a Kyron, or we can go get a Scadaboo, or even better, a Christian McCaffrey would be I mean, if you can get McCaffrey, that's my first choice.
That'd be awesome.
Again, like on teams like this, where the starting lineup is so stacked that you really can't make it any better, just go get top 3 scoring guys at each position. So go get your top 3 scoring. So go get Puka on this team if you can, which, you know, Puka's kind of hurt now. You could try to go get Jamar Chase with some of these guys. You could try to go get Christian McCaffrey. Try to go get Jonathan Taylor to put in your flex spot. You're just going after those top 3 producing guys when you have as much value to spend as possible. So that's where I would go. But like realistically, when you're looking at the bottom teams here in the league, like Kyron and Scadaboo are going to be pretty achievable. And the guy you would be getting Jefferson and McMillan from also has Scadaboo, so you could just do it in that deal as well. And so that kind of works out pretty well. All right, he said, give me 2 minutes to ask questions. All right, we appreciate you, buddy. Give you a second.
Cool. Any other injury news that I missed out on? Ton of guys were declared in and out today. Debo, I think Debo's going to be a game time decision, right? He should be. What matchup are you guys most looking forward to this week? You know, aside from your favorite team. I think looking at the games this week, probably the one that I'm most looking forward to seeing is Bucks Lions. Bucks Lions on Monday night's going to be a blast. And then honestly, the Cowboys and Commies they'll find a way for that game to be like ultra entertaining as well. That should be pretty fun. There's a couple of scrub matchups. There's like the Dolphins and Browns, super gross. Pats and Titans, super gross. Raiders, Chiefs. It'll be fun to see Rashid come back and score a ton of points, but that game is probably going to be pretty gross. Saints, Bears, gross. Panthers, Jets. I mean, I think you would have to shoot me before I actually willingly watch that game. Giants, Broncos getting spicy. That'll be a very fun matchup. That'll be very, very fun.
Is Ayuk worth a late first?
No,
he's worth a second right now, actually.
Yep.
No. Ayuk is either completely dead or basically Rashid Rice and no in between. There's some truth to that, actually. because he's still one of the better wide receivers in the NFL when he's healthy. He really is, but he needs to be healthy though. Ayuk.
He's getting up there too.
So how do I add Scat to the Tet JJ trade? I mean, theoretically, you could try to throw in Trey Benson plus something else there. That's one way to do it. Maybe like a Royo, maybe like a first, maybe a second or something. I don't know. I would do something like that though. Like try to add bench pieces that you can't start anyways and do it that way. Yep. Maybe that would be my suggestion, is just try to add as many pieces as you can for the guy to just take it. But Daily Brain Rot says, I think he just sent his team in to be glazed, which, yeah, it's not the first time we reviewed this team. It's a very good team, though, so. All right, we appreciate you. Keep asking questions if you got them. We can keep answering them, but.
McLovin's next.
Yep, McLovin is going to be the next one. McLovin 2000. We appreciate you. Here's the link, y'all, to get your team reviewed. We've got some openings tonight. Not a super long queue, and we'll do these as long as you guys submit them. If you like, we'd like to get your team looked at. And outside of that, we'll be good to go. So McLovin, if you're here, say hey in the chat. We appreciate you. I'm going to take a look at your team now. We have a trade question from Eli here real quick. Tet McMillan or Quinshawn Judkins. I would hold Tet here in a Dynasty League. I would hold Tet. I mean, and here's the caveat here. Because realistically, Eli, if you need running back here, which you may just need to get like flip wide receiver value into running backs, go get a more productive guy than Quinshawn. Go get Jonathan Taylor. So that would be my, or Josh Jacobs or something like that. So my recommendation would be to hold. I don't like doing that move right now. Oh yeah, Dynasty new team name is Hampton End Zone. It should adjust. I got him. Yeah, it should adjust on our end. We appreciate you.
He bought two. So.
Okay, cool. And then so we got you, Shocker. We appreciate you. And then Drew B, basically just to start sit here at quarterback. We're looking at Fields versus Caleb. I would start Caleb. I'm not starting Justin Fields ever. He might get benched mid game.
Facts. Tyrod is better than Justin Fields.
He is.
So Chuba is back healthy. That's a big one this week. So I would start Mason.
I would start
and Etienne over Rico Dowdle. Scatterby first.
So Scatterby, and let's go down. Tight end, we'll go George Kittle.
Yeah. Yep, Kittle.
And then
oh gosh.
Debo's not really healthy.
Yeah.
It would probably be Etienne.
It would be, actually, I think I would go Mason. Both of them have, I think Mason has a better lineup. He's got Philly's front four.
Who do the Jags play?
They're playing the Rams.
Yeah, that's tough. Okay, yeah, we'll go Jordan Mason.
That's a tough decision, honestly, between those two. But probably try to like squeeze the relevant production remaining out of Jordan Mason before Aaron Jones is back healthy.
Yeah. All right, McLovin, I see you in the comments. We appreciate you, man. If you have any questions while we're doing this, let us know. So, watching all your Dynasty videos, wanted to join a startup league. Nice. This is my team after the draft. Any advice is greatly appreciated. Yeah, we've got you at third here. So this is straight out of a startup draft. As you can see, everybody's 0-0-1 in this league. So you literally just drafted here. Let's open up your team here. It's a super flex. It's a 12 team. It is a start 11, a little bit of a deeper league for you here. PPR, it's a 1 point tight end premium. I'm very interested to see how your team grades out here. So let's do this. A fresh startup. You took Allen and Mayfield. In my eyes, that's an 8. I mean, I think it's really good. Achane, Etienne, Tootin, JCM, Woody Marks. I mean, that's a 6, right? I'd say it's at least a 6.
Yeah, it's 6, 5 or 6.
I will go 6. Rashee Rice, QJ, DK, Ridley. It's a little bit ugly at the wide receiver position. I'll probably give you a
4
or 5. Yeah.
We'll go 4 since we did 6 for running back.
And then Laporta is a 7.
Yep.
So
8, 6, 4, 7, well-rounded CCO.
Yeah, well-rounded is going to be your team archetype. You did pretty well here. It looks like if I had to guess, you went Allen, Achane, Rice, Baker, QJ, DK, Etienne, Laporta. So that is, which I like that. I like that you got Achane where you did. I love that you drafted Rashee Rice. And hopefully Rashee Rice and QJ is going to be a very productive wide receiver room here in very short order. You do lack some depth at wide receiver, but this is a start 11 league. And one thing to keep in mind is pretty much everybody lacks depth in this format right off the bat. I mean, the guy at the top of this league has Travion Henderson and Caleb Johnson as his running backs. And so, but what we're going to do here is, in terms of how you drafted, I mean, a 6, 8, 4, 7 grades for straight out of a startup is very high, by the way. I think the average is like a 6. You're slightly above average, so that's good. This is Superflex as tight end premium. I like that you drafted Laporta there. So who are his current flex spots?
We're looking at Marks, Krosky, Merritt, Tootin.
So, I mean, my
Dobbs,
first comment for this one is going to be, it's
Ridley.
going to be hard to trade right out of a startup. Like, so you're probably just
Yeah.
going to have to see how many games you win at first. Because, like, a lot of guys are not going to want to draft or trade. Guys aren't going to be rebuilding or anything, like, right out of a startup. So you're going to have to wait till guys, end up peeling off. This is a new startup, so hopefully this means that we can put Josh Allen on the trade block here and potentially get an offer that's respectable. I would trade Josh Allen for
Down tier, yeah.
Yeah, or just trade him straight up for an elite wide receiver in this case. You can trade Josh Allen for any of these guys. Chase, Lamb, Jefferson, Puka. I would honestly do it almost straight up at this point.
Yep.
I don't think you're truly losing value there.
If you're down tiering, I would go get a top wide receiver a tier below, like a London or a Rome or something like that, and then get like a Dak or something on top of
Yeah,
Dak
and I
or
think it'll be
Love.
fairly easy for you. Like, worst case scenario, you can go buy Darnold. Darnold's not going to be so hard to buy.
Yeah. Let's down tier from Laporta as well.
Yeah, we need to just make
Or just go other position or something like that.
Who's Steinem?
Well, he's got Otten and Terrence Ferguson right now.
Yeah,
So
have to go get one.
if we down tiered from Laporta, then we could just down tier to like Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson's still a lot cheaper.
Yeah, if you can do it. Yeah, I would do that. I think if you got to go cheaper than that, then you go start Kelsey for the year.
Yep.
And you've got Rasheed as well, so maybe Kelsey's not the best option, but there's plenty of guys down there. Since auto-drafted Tootin and Marks way too high, would have gotten wide receiver with those picks instead of them. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's fine. Those are fine dynasty assets.
Goddard's another cheap option at tight end too.
Yeah.
Third move here, probably take Krosky, Merritt, Woody, Marks. I'd pivot off both of those guys.
Yeah. And you just drafted those guys. You said you autoed them, so I don't think you're going to be that upset with that.
Yeah. So, say London. I'm going to give you another wide receiver target. If you want to get like a veteran wide receiver that you can kind of rely on, you can go ahead and take the shot on like a Cortland Sutton because he's going to be pretty affordable. And then Javonte is a nice running back target. So Dak, Javonte, London, and Cortland Sutton are going to be your targets here. Maximize that flex spot upside and work on getting some more wide receiver depth primarily. Wide receiver depth is definitely what we're worried about, not just in the short run as a contender, but in the long run in terms of insulation for this roster value. Let us know if that makes sense, man.
Yeah, you have any questions about that, McLovin? I mean, again, I think it's going to be pretty slow going in terms of trading right now at the beginning of a startup, but
You good there?
yeah, I'm turning the exhibition game phone.
Exhibition game?
Yeah,
What exhibition game?
IU basketball.
Ooh.
So I don't really care about it, but
We'll care if they're good.
yeah. All right, yeah. If you have any questions, drop in the comments, McLovin. But we appreciate you a ton. We'll send over the full blueprint for you. Let us know. I'm going to give you a couple free trade questions here as well. So if you have questions, follow-up questions on any of this stuff, just feel free to send in some trades and we can help you out with that. Make sure you're on the Discord. You can ask trade questions over there as well. I sent you 2 trade questions, man. We appreciate you. All right, the next one should be Moss Man. Is that right? We have 2 trade questions here.
Shocker.
Shocker.
67.
We have 2 trade questions here. We did this one already, Scott. This is Tet McMillan. And then Opticlone has a trade question here for us. Caleb Johnson and Jaden Higgins for Mike Evans. Ugh. If you're contending, take Evans. I'm fine with it. I'm good with that.
All right, so we got 2 for Shocker. They're both in the same league. So his first one is going to be Clark Barr's football team. That's going to be his.
Okay.
And then his friend is Hampton
the next
End Zone.
Okay, cool.
Which is, again, in the same league. So.
Perfect. All right, made a couple bad moves. Decided to blow up the roster. Only half the league is active with trading. Let me know what you suggest. I do help turn the ship around. All right. Appreciate you. Shocker, I'm assuming you're here in the comments.
Yeah, we've been chatting here,
why don't you just tell me here real quick who are the most active traders in your league so we can try to give you targets on those teams. That would be very helpful for us. I want to try to give you trades you can actually make, okay? Let's take a look here. Your team, Clark Bar's football team is... Yeah, we got you at 12th. You said you were a hard rebuild, so we're gonna take your word for it here. This is a Superflex 12 team start 9 PBR is a non-tight end premium. You've got Purdy alone, he's a 2. You've got Harvey, Pollard, Marks, that's also a 2. You've got QJ by himself is a 2, and then you've got Dallas Goedert by himself is a 3. So we'll give you a hard rebuild here. We're gonna project you probably to be rebuilding,
good draft capital,
rebuilding for the next 2 years. That's the important part, and hopefully contending after that. And you know, this is where we get into, it's less about like the players and the players you're trading and things like that, and more about just market strategy and making as many trades as you can. It's all about like game theory at this point. And so like my first comment and suggestion to you on this team, Shocker, would be you just have to make as many trades as you can. I know you said only about half the league is active. Trade with that half the league like freaking it's your job. Like it's your full-time job.
Yeah, the more you do that, the quicker this rebuild will be.
That really is like, that's the quickest way out of a rebuild like this. This is a hard rebuild. This is a true hard rebuild. You're going to hold those 26 first and your 27 first. You're not going to trade either of those. And in fact, I would probably try to go get more 26s and 27s. Don't overpay for 27 first, though. It's going to be my advice to you there.
Yeah, 28 is too far out.
Yeah, don't buy 28 first. That's a PSA for everybody watching.
Guys that stand out to us that I think are holds. Brock Purdy, I think, is a hold. Harvey right now, I think, is a hold.
I would say probably hold QJ on this team.
I think everybody else is pretty much could be sold. QJ.
And QJ's got a ton of upside, so...
QJ you could hold.
I wouldn't sell him now.
The only way you would down tier is if you get a guy that has the same amount of value upside at a cheaper price.
There are approximately 3 of those guys.
There's only a few
so,
of those guys. So, like, if you could get Golden Plus, like, that's fine.
Yeah, and I just don't think you can.
So that is possible, but...
I lean toward, if it were my rebuild, I would be holding Johnson and hoping that he becomes a 3rd-round Dynasty asset. Because he actually has that upside, so...
Yep. So we will take... Let's take Pollard and Boutte. Basically, guys that have climbed up a little bit and are fantasy relevant to a point where some team might just want to get them as depth options. Just go higher value upside for those guys. And then I would try to capitalize on Goddard's production right now, offload him to a contender, and go to another position. Don't really want to heavily invest in any like ultra productive tight end at the moment. Given your current situation.
No,
so
you don't need them.
Our main focus is going to be building value upside primarily at wide receiver and insulating quarterback. You're halfway there at QB with Brock Purdy. He's pretty safe long term, but this is a super flex league and you don't have a second guy. So that you could go honestly get Darnold for pretty cheap right now still. Wow, my voice is going out on me. I don't know
Nathan,
why.
how about you try not to be a pubescent little girl
on
our stream?
Holy cow.
Dude, my name's Nathan.
Is there something in my throat?
I mean, most of the time there is.
Thanks, man. Thanks. That was your second best joke today. The Baptist one was even better.
Yeah, that was funny.
Okay.
This team shares the ball.
Top priority is building value upside at wide receiver and insulating QB. Okay, so Sam Darnold going to be a target here when we're pivoting off of guys like Marks, Pollard, Boutte. Again, cheap guys. They're going to be cheap guys, but Brandon Ayuk is going to be an option here. When you're looking at Woody Marks' price at the moment, he's currently being priced right around. I think Luther Burden's a really good target right now.
Oh, yeah, go get Burden. Again, I'm going to just pull up this list of rebuild targets we have for you. I could just give you a couple of these guys. Go watch that video if you haven't already, but like here are the guys we gave for rebuilds. Golden, Benson, Harvey, Ayuk,
Benson's the other
Travis
one, yeah.
Hunter, Bashal Tootin, Caleb Johnson. You already have Harvey, of course. Mason Taylor, Tyron Tracy, and Kendre Miller are guys that we would recommend in this aspect. So
Yeah.
keep watching, though. We have some good rebuilding strategy videos that we've released recently, and they're good because I guess by my standard they're good. I'm a little biased, but they're
so biased.
They should be helpful to you, is what I mean by that. And so, make sure you check those out. I'm sure you already have. You know, you said you've been watching the vids, so
Yep.
But
so his friend's team in this league is
and I haven't seen them in the comments. If you have any questions, if you're here, let us know.
his friend's team in this league is kind of looking like really solid. In fact, I think he might be the #1 team in the league. This guy is Hampton End Zone.
Okay, yeah.
Which should be up top.
Yeah, let's keep it on this one, Scott,
Just
and go to the
based
top.
on what I'm seeing, yeah. So he's 9-3,
Holy
looking to be a
smokes.
top contender in this league. I mean, that's a broken running back room, especially once Hampton's back. Very, very solid wide receiver room, etc. So we'll grade this out. Mahomes and Drake May is a 9. Jensen. Wow,
Jensen,
that's
Hampton,
that's Genty,
Talker,
Jensen, Hampty, and
Baylor.
Yeah, there you go. Yep,
Just give it a 10.
that's a 10.
Yep. JSN,
And then
Ted McMillan,
Nico Hunter,
Chris Olave.
that's
It's
like a
pretty good.
solid
That's
8.
That's an 8, yeah.
And then
Kyle Pitts
Pitts
is like
and
a
Fannin
5.
is a 5.
Yeah. This is pretty good. To me, it's a running back heavy team.
Yeah.
Running back heavy, contend, reload. I mean, you're 9-3 here. You're in very good shape. So
#1 advice that we generally have for teams like this is when your starting lineup is as high upside and as elite as this, there's no reason that you should be making any down tiers or anything like that. The only moves that matter and make a difference for this team when you're already a top contender in the league are moves that are going to improve the production upside of your starting lineup. If it's not improving the production upside of your starting lineup, it's not a move worth making.
yeah. No, this is the polar opposite of the team we just reviewed. You guys have polar opposite teams. It's kind of funny. You got a lot of guys on this league that are on this team that are roster cloggers. I definitely want to turn some attention there. If you can use any of these guys to make your roster better, by all means, please do it.
Take advantage of your depth and up tier.
Spears, Giddens, Chisholm, Wilson, Douglas Kirk, Flournoy, Royals, Jimmy Horn Jr., Keandre Lambert, Aronde Gadsden, Spencer Rattler, Dylan Gabriel, all of those guys. If you can move them, I don't care if you package every single one of those guys I just mentioned for an elite player, do it. Do a 17 for 1. I don't care. But you've got to find a way to turn that into usable. I mean, it looks like maybe the thing with this league is there's just a ton of depth allowed in this league.
Yeah.
May just be a huge bench.
I would take.
Whatever.
I would take.
Seems like you have more depth than everybody else. So.
I would take Tet McMillan and another receiver, Tet and Hunter or Olave. You'd choose.
I'd go Olave. You'd be selling low on Hunter.
Yeah.
Unless you can get somebody to pay like a decent price for Hunter, where it doesn't feel like you're actually like getting out on him too cheap.
He's like the only non-contributing factor on your team where I like don't really want to sell him right now.
I know. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll take Tet and Olave, and we'll up tier basically get up to like London caliber,
We
Amon-Ra
gotta
caliber.
move Kenneth Walker. My gosh, Kenneth Walker's such a sell. How did he go in the 6th round?
So this is where I would take Walker and Benson and Krosky Merritt, and I would just go up into that Kyron tier.
Yeah, for sure.
The James Cook tier,
Higher probably.
the
Yeah,
James
Cook and Achan. Those are the two guys I have in mind here.
We'll shoot for the stars. We'll go for Achan.
And like, let's just look. I mean, your boy doesn't have any guys here that we would probably recommend trading for. He didn't really have any running backs outside of RJ Harvey. On the bottom, Saquon's on a 2-10 team here, and Chris McCaffrey's on a 3-19. Those are the two guys. Give them both those guys.
Who?
Saquon
What?
and CMC they're both on losing record teams. They're going to be moved or they need to be moved.
Okay, Saquon you can actually get pretty low right now too.
He's going in the 5th in the
A
start.
lot of people that have shaky contending outlooks right now have been asking me like, "Hey, I don't know what to do with Saquon," and I'm like, "Bro, I know it sucks, but you gotta hold him right now. You have to wait until he has a 20-pointer and another 20-pointer, and then you can sell him off then. But right now he's already lost too much value, so you can get him as a contending team. That's a great 4th running back option on your team. You'll be flexing Saquon in your last flex spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, good idea. Saquon, CMC. I'm gonna give you Darnold as a target as well, just as a QB3 option, someone that's safe, cheap, just to give you a little insurance with Mahomes and Drake May there, but. The meat of your targets here are going to be CMC and Saquon. Those are just objectively maximizing your starting lineup upside. And then that up tier from Tet McMillan and Olave to like a Tyler Warren, I think would be very good for this team as well. So Barkley, Caffrey, and Who did I say? London. When we're up tiering from Tet and Chris Olave. So last comment here again, just see if you can get a cheap QB3 to complete your QB room. Hopefully that makes sense for this team. Again, pretty straightforward moves for both of the rosters that we are looking at in this league, because their roster trajectories are just very clear. You've got one that's heavy contending, you've got one that is heavily rebuilding, and we have very systematic ways about which we go kind of through the moves that you should be making there, the ones that are really going to benefit your team. And for a heavy contending team like this, the only moves that are going to make sense are just packaging your depth and getting higher upside guys in your starting lineup that are going to make a bigger impact and a bigger difference than the ones that are already currently in there.
So hopefully that makes sense for both of you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, always feel free to send it our way. I'm going to send you guys some trade questions here to this account. So I sent you two. You guys feel free to send us anything you have, but you can mark both these, Scott. We appreciate you both. If you have any questions, let us know. This team can shoot. Holy smokes.
What?
They're not going to be able to rebound because they're short, but they can shoot, man. They're up 26-4.
Who are they playing?
I mean, they're playing nobody.
Oh,
but remember when we didn't beat those teams by a lot because we sucked?
Yeah.
But they're just shooting a bunch of threes and making them all. They're short though. They're going to struggle in Big Ten play because they're not going to be able to rebound. I can already tell, man.
All right, we got Ozzy Easttown up next here. He said brand new startup. Another brand new startup.
Real quick. James Cook here is a redraft 1QB12 team start. James Cook and Cam Scadaboo. James Cook for Cam Scadaboo and Rasheed.
Yes.
So grab this orphan team. Is this a W move? Yeah, I would do that.
This is an orphan team in a redraft?
Yeah, he says it is. Yeah, psychologically, I would do it. Take the Scadaboo side here.
Yeah.
And then InSap has a start-sit question here for us. Gonna look at your lineup here real quick, what you have so far. It looks like you're looking for running back. Let's open that one up. Quinshawn says who you're considering. That's it, Quinshawn. And then tight end. It looks like Mayer, Gadsden, or Waller. I'd go Mayer here probably, with Waller being in the win bowl. And then at your flex spot, Smitty is the favorite, or Tet. Scroll. Yeah, no. Let's do Tet McMillan. We'll do Tet over Devonta Smith is what we want to do here. So hopefully that helps. Appreciate you.
All right, so Ozzy Easttown said he just did the startup. So I guess we'll see how he did in his startup draft. But always looking for the opinions of the best Dynasty minds out there. Playoffs will go through week 18 with a 2-week championship.
I hate that.
I hate that. A full first to third prize is given this year, even with the week 7 start. Do I go for it, even with my depleted roster? Who can I target as running back buys? Thanks. No problem, man. So this is Cordless Power is the team name here. We got Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers, and Mac Jones. Ooh, looks like you got a number of injured players here, probably intentionally because of their value. But Burrow, Dak, just pure value in a super flex is going to be like a 7. Quinshawn, Benson, Tracy. Sorry, that's probably more of a 6 at QB. My bad. Quinshawn. I just did it again. Quinshawn and Benson. Quinshawn Judkins, Trey Benson, Tracy, Sampson, etc. That's a
Scattikins.
3 or 4. You give me a 3 or 4.
Benson Scattikins. 4, yeah.
Puka, Neighbors, Worthy, Adams, Ayuk, Burden, Judy is a 7.
Hey Hector, let me know your
and then Ferguson is a 6.
Your flock username.
So 6476. You are 3rd in the power rankings here. No extra draft capital, nothing like that. What does the top team look like here? Can you show me, Scott, what the top team looks like? I just want to get a good idea. Lamb, Marv, Hunter, Keenan, Jency, Harvey, Walker, Mahomes, Penix, Laporta. Okay, again, going to be very evenly spread out here. So very similar to what we said in the last one. You can go back down to the other team. Thanks.
Hey.
Very similar to what we saw in this last one, or what we said in the last one. It's going to be really difficult to make trades fresh out of a startup, especially in the middle of the season. You're going to have to wait, most likely, to make some of these moves until teams kind of figure out who they are, what their identity is, whether they're actually going to be contending or not. So just be aware of that.
And then GK, when did you sign up? I need to know when you signed up, because if you signed up a while ago, it's probably not going to work. But if you just now signed up, we can get a switch for you.
So with the injured players here, with no Burrow and no Neighbors, and this being a mid-season startup where everybody probably thinks they're contending, and no Puka for the next couple of weeks.
He said very active sharps in this one. Trade deadline is non-existent in this league. I mean, sweet.
Are we going reload or well-rounded? No Neighbors, no Burrow. I just hate to
just reload it.
I hate to say trade off of Neighbors and Burrow and try to go and contend when you intentionally drafted them and started for a reason.
That.
So we'll go 1 year reload.
And he's got
here.
Bird and he's got some other great pieces. So,
yeah.
No, I'm good with just reloading here. I think that was probably your best strategy, drafting that way.
Okay, so what I would do then is I would take
GK, you need to send me a message on Discord, buddy.
I would take Worthy. I would take Worthy and down tier. I would take Adams and Judy, and I would go higher value upside, aka younger assets. And then my third move, Quinshon's a hold, Benson's a hold, Puka's a hold right now, Neighbors is a hold, Burrow's a hold. Ayuk's a hold, Burden's a hold. I'm looking at some of your cheaper depth here, like honestly, take Rodgers and Mac Jones and sell them for anything. Because Rodgers, I mean, after coming off a 25-pointer, there's going to be a team that's looking to contend that's like, I need a QB3. Or I faded QB and I want a QB2 and I think I'm contending. Someone will pay for Rodgers what they will not pay in the offseason. Like the fact that he has any value right now is literally just because you're in the middle of the season and he's scoring points. But this is his last year. So get someone to give you like a third for Aaron Rodgers and take it. So I'll give you 2026 rookie picks, draft capital, basically, as a target here. I'm going to add in the comments here, see if you can get Hampton at a discount given the injury.
Yeah, I mean,
Hampton and Wilson, honestly.
Wilson's another one. You gave him T, right?
Not as a official target yet.
Yeah, he's a good target for, well, actually, his value is probably bouncing back a little bit now. Holy freaking crap.
What?
10 threes in the first, 11 minutes.
Oh, wow. Well, at least it'll be fun to watch.
Oh, they're so much better. It's so much better. Anything we do with Ferg, even though no tight end 2? No, I probably
stick with Ferguson.
I would probably stick with him for now, yeah.
I would wait it out with Ferguson and see what he does when Lamb comes back, because if he keeps producing, then people are going to be like, okay, he's legit, and then he'll be a big riser, and then we can sell later for more.
Yeah.
But right now, people are skeptical, which I don't agree with, but I understand why. So other targets here, we'll go Waddle as a target, we'll go Golden as a target at wide receiver.
Yep.
And then I'm going to give you RJ Harvey.
Yeah, he's another good one for reloads.
So we got Harvey, Waddle, Golden, and 26 rookie picks.
I fixed it.
Harvey, Waddle, Golden, and 26 rookie picks are going to be our targets here as a reload.
You're going to be in a really good shape. I mean, you're already third in value in this league, but with the way you drafted, like having Benson, Judkins, Burrow, Neighbors, Worthy, Burden, you've already got some of the best reload assets out there. So I think you did a really good job drafting with a purpose in this draft.
Yeah, expect this to be a quick reload. You have plenty of insulated top assets, great insulated top assets, and you'll be fine long term. You're going to have a ton of flexibility to make moves here in the offseason when everybody's going guns a-blazing trying to contend midway through the season, and then they kind of end up in shambles if it doesn't work out for them going into the first offseason of your Dynasty League. So, any questions on that, man?
Yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. The Ferg one was a good one, but he's just a guy I think is still going to go up in value. I think he's actually pretty nice for a reload, so I just hold. Unless you get somebody to like really overpay for him that needs a tight end, then of course, like the thing about a reload is everybody's on the block at that point, so.
Yep.
All right. We will do, I guess, last call. I mean, heck, it's 8 o'clock. We might get out of here early. Is there anybody else that wants to come get? We have no queue, so
We can do the giveaway at least.
yeah, we can do the giveaway. Yeah, winner of the giveaway is Falky. Congratulations, Falky. I guarantee he's still here.
Awesome, Ozzy. Appreciate you,
Yeah,
man.
we'll see you then. Patrick says the link isn't working for me. He's propping me to sign in though. I'm already signing in. If I submit a standard team review, we all live stream it. Sure, Patrick, that's fine. Yeah, just here. Go to this. This is the link to the live team review or any team review. This is the link to do the annual Mother Flocker tier. Just make sure you've used code domain in your account. Falky won the giveaway, but George.
Heck yeah, Falky.
Psychality says, "Can we do a redraft review with this new?" Yeah, you can. Honestly, you can do that. We have no queue right now. You can submit a redraft team real quick. So, if I get the annual membership, can I get 2 blueprints? Or is it only 1? It's 1, but you actually get like 20 because you get infinite on it. So it's 1 initial blueprint, and then you get a new blueprint every week. So
we have 2 redraft reviews in here. We just knock out.
Yeah, we could do that.
Because otherwise they're going to have to wait till next week.
All right, Patrick, we'll wait for you. Hector, the one thing you could do, if you're not a current sub, because I'm not hearing back from our dev team, if you want to, Hector, you can just create a new account with code domain since I haven't heard back from them to be able to switch that out for you. So if you haven't subscribed already, that's legal. If I already had a Flock Fantasy account, can I use your code even though I already have an account? Yeah, Christian, you should be able to do that. Just go to your account page. Can you pull up the account page on the Flock site for him, Scott, so we can just show him where to go? I say you better take advantage. We never have no queue, especially right now. We never have no queue. Yep. Yeah, you can show them that screen real quick. If you go to your My Account, it's your little profile picture at the top right, brings you to this page. See promo code right there? Just put domain in there. So, perfect. Crypto down, dynasty value up. There we go. Crypto is so volatile, man. I use on a 37-1 run right now.
Nice.
It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Even against Marion, they're 42-5.
Holy crap.
There we go. Marion hit a 3. Like, that's kind of nuts.
Hey, at least they can shoot.
They can shoot, man, and they're coached.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Psychality says he just put it in. Let's do that one real quick.
All right.
It's an easy one.
All right, Psychality. Let's check this out. Come on, site, load up. Got a whiteboard from Trade Addict as well. Oh, that's a Dynasty.
Yeah.
All right, let's do Psychalities real quick.
All right, Psychality.
Well, actually, he's second.
Okay,
We'll do Trade Addicts.
All right, Trade Addict. Let's do yours first. I made a video about who to trade your first for. Any suggestions from me? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Gas Station Sushi here. It's a Dynasty. It's a 1 QB 14 team, start 9. So trust me, but George, we know our queue was insane this month. This month has been one of our busiest months ever. So it's already there for us. Trust me. But I'll keep dropping the link if you guys want to sign up and get that free review. It's a good time to do it because you can literally get your team reviewed right now.
Gas Station Sushi.
Yep. So Kyler is I'm a 3. I don't even think he's worth anything.
Yep.
Nobody's buying Kyler.
Hampton, 1 QB.
Hampton, Kyron, Tootin, JCM, Pollard. 7.
Yeah.
It's a 14 team. Yeah. So it's definitely a 7. It's almost an 8 actually.
JSN, Rome, Rashid,
10.
BCJ, Marv, Golden, Bueno.
And then Loveland and Goddard is like
6.
It's 6. Okay. Okay. Wide receiver factory. Contend, reload here. You're already 4-2.
4-2.
So, holy points.
Yeah, we'll just take JCM.
2,000 points. What kind of scoring settings do you guys have on this league?
We'll take JCM and Tootin and we'll up tier. We will go ahead and just pivot off of Kyler Murray. I would literally rather have any other QB not named Kyler Murray.
Yeah, no, anybody else. Dak or Goff.
Yup.
Pat, we got yours, man. We appreciate you.
Toot and JCM. Let's try to get up to ETN or Javante. And then looking at Loveland and Goddard. Can try to make a move there as well. Honestly, you don't even need Loveland. I guess you could just hold Loveland and Goddard if you wanted to.
So you just traded Olave and Bourne for Waddle in a second. What the frick?
Nice.
Holy smokes, man.
You have an idea for a third move here? Probably lies at tight end, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough, but I think so. Who's that first for? He did, because he asked specifically about who we should trade that first away for.
Well, it's team something. So I don't know where that is on my team.
Team White, yeah, they're the worst team. That's the 101.
Don't trade it. Don't trade that 26 first.
That team in standings right now is 12th with the... Yeah. The points for is really high, actually, so there's that. But they have no value. I would hold that first.
Hold it.
I would hold that first. I'm not trading that first on this team. It has the that has the potential to be Jordan Tyson, Makai Lemon. So I will hold that.
So what would your third trade be?
He says, I'm trying to package Kyle in a first for Lamar. That owner has Drake May as well. Oh, yeah, that would be a great trade. I would do that in a 1QB. I'm fine with that. You're essentially trading that first round pick for Lamar. So do that. That would be my third move. Yeah, I see we're having the Henderson conversation. I have you can find my thoughts on Henderson in the domain thoughts on the Discord. And I said I was not going to tell you guys to do anything with Henderson because I don't want it to come back and bite me in the butt. And I think it's too risky for me to tell you because I think it could end up being stupid. So I'm not telling you what to do with Henderson. That's my disclaimer. What I'm doing with Henderson is selling him for, on a contending team, I'm selling him for a more productive running back. On a reloading team, I'm selling him for an elite wide receiver in that range. His price is still high enough to where I don't think I'm taking a value loss by moving off of him, and I don't think I'm missing out because I realistically am very, 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 very scared. This is not Gibbs. It's not the Gibbs situation at all. I'm very, very nervous about Henderson's usage. I'm very nervous that they were shopping for a running back. I'm very nervous that they won't give him touches over Ramondre. I'm very nervous that he doesn't look like he has any explosiveness in the run game, even though he does in the pass game. Traded Stafford in a fourth for Ayuk in a second. Holy smokes. So, yeah. So, Jason, I definitely would try that. It's an IDP league. That's why he's got all those points.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
See how much it would cost to up tier from BTJ to a London or a Amon Ra. You could use like BTJ and Golden.
Yeah.
See how high you could get doing that? So that's another idea. Just added that in the comments. Let us know if you have any questions on this, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you. If you have any other comments or questions, just drop it in the chat for us, man. But it looks good. I mean, again, you're already 4-2. You're easily contending with this roster. Your wide receivers are awesome.
Yep.
Yep. Let us know if you have any other questions or comments on this one. We have a trade in here. Bird Gang says Neighbors and Swifty for Odunze Jacobs in a first. I'll take the Odunze side here. Definitely, it's more than enough value for Neighbors. This could win you a league. So. All right, Psychality. Let's do yours here real quick. This is a redraft. Just traded Diggs and Swift for Kyron. Want to trade Cook to get my wide receiver room better.
Hey, Psychality, do you want this to be a redraft blueprint or a whiteboard?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Let us know.
All right, real quick. Taking a look at your team here. So you've got Hurts. Hurts is solid. That's a 7. Cook and Kyron, Ramondre, and White. I mean, that's pretty darn good. I'd probably give that a 7 as well. Debo, Smitty, Shakir, Tillman is going to be like a 3. And then Brock Bowers is going to be, Bowers and Goddard is going to be like a respectable 6 or 7 as well. So pretty much like pretty good everywhere except wide receiver just tanks the value of your team. So you said you want to trade James. I mean, you are in a You are in a pickle.
I got you, Psychality, no biggie.
Yeah, we'll take care of it. You're kind of in a pickle here. Because you could trade James Cook for another position or a wide receiver in particular, but the problem is then you're really shorthanded at running back. I think you have to, though. I think you have to down tier, to be honest with you, for Cook. Like, can you scroll back up, Scott? What was the original trade he made for Cook? He said it. Diggs and Swift. I think, oh, okay. Yeah, you got Kyron. Yeah. I mean, you got to trade Bowers. We'll trade Bowers for another position to a wide receiver needy team.
Okay, Bowers.
And who are the guys going around Bowers in redraft right now?
Let me look at expert rankings here. Expert consensus says Bowers in the 50s, so you're probably looking at like a Worthy, a Ladd, a QJ. If you're looking at running backs, you're probably looking at a Kamara, Swift, Hampton. What's his record? 2-4. Can't afford to get Hampton. But you are probably looking at wide receiver help primarily. So I would target Worthy or Ladd. I'll give you both as options there at wide receiver. What was your other move? So you have Bowers. You do have a shot White. That's nice. Where'd you go?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I just lost you. I was setting up.
Oh, what did you say? Sorry, I completely missed the last thing you said.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. You said move Bowers. What else are we doing?
Well, that's what I'm trying to look at. I'm trying to look at who the guys around him are. I've not gotten there yet.
I already told him. I said Ladd and Worthy. I said, what other move are you looking for other than Bowers?
Yeah, Ladd and Worthy are fine. You probably had to move Hurts, right?
I would move Hurts.
Yeah. So he did say, Psychality did say, the guy sent a trade to me. I give Cook, Shakir, and Debo, and I get back Rome, Genty, and Bill. Yeah, you've got to take that. Plus, you've got to take that. You've got to take that deal.
Yeah, just get a cheap streamable QB off waivers after you move Hurts to help build up wide receiver. Focus primarily on wide receiver. I know you know that's your weakness, but
yeah, believe in Steven. If you just signed up for the annual Mother Flocka tier with code domain, yeah, it gives you a free team review, and then you don't have to pay anything on top of it. We'll just do it right now. So here's the link to submit your team. It should give you that free voucher, and once it comes through, don't pay to upgrade it to a live. We'll do it for free.
One guy does stand out to me on waivers. I would go ahead and just get Keon Coleman off waivers.
Yeah, you have to do that. You have to do that trade, Psychality. You just got to. Because, I mean, Genty has as much upside as Cook, and then Debo to Rome's like, and you get back Bill, and Bill's somebody you can actually start rest of the season. Yeah, that's a no-brainer trade for this team. Would love to try to get Keenan out of the deal and maybe throw in Smith also. I'd rather have Smitty than Keenan, so I would probably just do the deal as it sits.
Yeah.
Keenan would be great if you can get him as a throw-in, but realistically, it doesn't sound like you can do that. So
another target for another guy that I would have you shop is Shakir plus maybe a depth piece. See how high you can get. See if you can get JMO at a discount right now. He's got higher upside. And then kind of a cheaper running back target. Actually, not cheaper. When you're moving Jalen Hurts, you should be able to get a decent running back when you're moving Hurts. I would shoot for buying Breece low. Kamara is also an option. I'll put Kamara on here. You kind of have to take some upside shots here at 2 and 4. And you may as well go for that. Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at as well. Hansel Gretel says, just got here, Nathan. Your cut looks freaking good, brother.
Oh, thanks, man. Avery doesn't think I cut my hair.
Can you just full screen me, Scott, for a second? Can you full screen me? This is hair. This is hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
This is what. See how it's like not
Yep.
like Nathan's?
What do you mean?
Look at this.
Yours just poofs more. Mine lays flat.
Doesn't
Yeah, it does.
mine impresses?
Okay.
Yeah. Are you ever gonna try to grow a beard?
What?
Are you ever gonna try to grow a beard?
Have you seen me with facial hair?
You look.
I look really, really bad.
Yeah, you
Because
look,
it's super spotty. I can't grow full facial hair yet.
I couldn't for a long time.
I'm still a little baby. So
Okay. You said it, not me. Been trying to get Bucky. Unfortunately, the guy won't budge. So that's fine. I mean, did you give him Bucky?
I did not give him Bucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bucky's missing time anyways. You really can't have anybody that misses time.
Yeah, I gave you.
You're 2 and 4.
I gave you Kamara or Brees as a target.
Yeah, we need guys that are gonna score right now. Kamara, Brees, Henry's another good one. So
Yeah.
like just trying to buy low on upside guys is what you have to do when you're at 2 and 4. So Nate is honestly better with these teams than I am. He has way more experience with losing record teams than me.
Mm-hmm.
The trade has been accepted and going through the veto process. Vetoes are for communists, and
Facts.
I'm glad that it was accepted. So
Yep. All right, appreciate your psycholity.
sorry if you're a communist and I offended you by saying that.
All right, we got Patak.
All right, yeah,
92.
Pat's here. Patrick's here. Patrick, we appreciate you, man. Are you guys full? Are you guys trade reviews on stream? I'm 35. I still can't grow full facial hair, patchy at best. Yeah, we do trades. If you submit the trades through the Bitly link, then yeah, we can review it. So see if we have any that came in. Yeah, but George has a trade question here for us.
All right.
Said no one vetoes. Yeah, it shouldn't even go through a review
So
process.
George said a 27 first, second, and Henderson for Trey McBridle. Does this make sense for your team? You have Daniels May at QB. You have Henry and Judkins and Marks at running back. You have Amon-Ra, BTJ, Olave, Nico, Igbuka, Odunze, Hawkinson at tight end. So you're basically trying to get a... I don't know.
No.
I would rather...
I'd rather get an elite wide receiver or running back.
Upgrade at running back, yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to say hold Henderson here.
David said he would veto vetoes.
Hold Henderson in your first here. I think you can... There's better use with your personal first as a contending team than just...
So believe in Steven.
Getting a tight end.
Did you sign up for do you have code domain, I'm assuming? Did you sign up for the annual Motherflocker tier? If you did and you're not on the free trial and you're on the annual Motherflocker, then it will give you that free team review. Otherwise, it's going to charge you. So if you're on one of those other packages, it's going to charge you. So you got to make sure you're on that one. That would be the reason it wasn't showing up for you.
All right, so Patak says live stream will be in the comments to answer questions. Awesome.
All right, sweet.
So
yep, he's here.
Team is Patak.
Falky just submitted one. Did you already give Falky his voucher?
No.
I need to give him it. No. Or we can just refund you that one. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
All right, Patak, here we go. Let's do this, man. This is super flex. Sorry, no, it's a 1QB 8 team. 1QB 8 team start 8, so it's a very shallow 1QB Dynasty PPR league. Daniels and May, we'll just give it a 10. It's you don't really get much better than having 2 top 5 guys.
it's a 1 QB.
Yeah. So Gibbs, Henderson, Benson, Swift. 5.
Yeah.
JSN, London, Neighbors, Odunze, Abuka, BTJ, Golden. It's still a 9 in this.
I'll give him a 6 at running back.
That's fine. That's a 9 or a 10. I'd probably give you a 10
I would give
at wide
him a
receiver.
10. Yeah.
Even in an 8 team, that's insane.
Yeah.
And McBride's still a 9. I mean, you need Kraft.
Kraft, yeah.
It's a really good team. High and well-rounded. Contend. Reload here. Definitely contending. It's a very good roster here, man. My goodness.
So in an 8 team like this, depth does not matter in this league format. Take advantage of your depth and up tier. Don't make any unnecessary moves. Like, if it's not improving your starting lineup upside, it's probably just not worth making. Focus primarily on improving running back upside. Because wide receiver is basically taken care of. We only like people moving off of Malik Neighbors if they absolutely have to as a contending team, and you don't really. You have JSN and London and Rome and Ibuka and BTJ on top of Malik Neighbors, and it's an 8 team and it's only a start 8, so you're fine. Like, you can just hold Neighbors. Unless you want to move Neighbors for like Bijan. Saw someone do that a couple weeks ago. That'd be sick if you could pull that off. Let's move one of Daniels or May. Don't move both, but go other position there. Yeah, but yeah, again, just don't trade both of those guys. I would up tier from all your lower end running backs. I'd take Benson, I would take Krosky Merritt, and I would up tier. And then let's go ahead and take Henderson, and let's package him with some of your wide receiver depth like Golden. Some rebuild in this league will want like the rookies. You don't need that right now. Just take Henderson and Golden and up tier at running back and go get yourself Devon Achane. So multiple running back targets here. Achane up there, right? If you go a little further down, then you would probably go for like a Jacobs. If you go even further down than that, you're probably looking at like a Scadaboo.
You know, Javonte Williams is on the 2 and 14.
And then Javonte also is a good target.
Yeah.
Yep. Good call.
Jacobs is somebody as well. He's on a 2 and 14. There's lots of 2 and 14.
So Daniels May other position. Benson, Ja'Cory Crossing Merritt up tier. Travion Henderson, Matthew Golden up tier. Again, I could have taken any of those like depth pieces and told you to up tier from them. You get the idea though, right? We just want to package that depth that's never going to see your starting lineup. We want to get guys that are actually going to make a difference in your flex spots potentially, maximize that production upside, and go win your league with this roster.
Yeah, I think you're already in a really good position to do it. Again, you've got 5 top 10 wide receivers on your team, man. Like, but the up tiers, like Nathan mentioned, are going to be huge for this one.
See how much it would take to get from Neighbors to Bijan, honestly. Like, that's something that you could do, and I wouldn't have an issue with it if Bijan is not on a contending team, but that might be tough. Just something to look into, though.
All right, it seems like we're kind of on the same page here, but you've built a heck of a dynasty team, man, so hopefully that helps you out. We appreciate you, Pat. If you have any follow-ups, I'll give you a couple free trade questions here. Just feel free to send them our way. We can answer them for you. We usually get back to you on those within the same day. So somebody said they submitted, a Not So Happy Meal said, I submitted mine. Would you be able to do it tonight? I don't see yours in our queue. I didn't have one come in, so you'll have to double check that you submitted it.
Wait, a Not So Happy?
Yeah, meal.
That looks familiar.
A Not So Happy Meal. Did you submit it earlier and we already started on it? Did you? Because that's possible. If it's in progress, then
let me do some checking.
That's probably what happened. He probably submitted it earlier. We probably already started on it if it wasn't a live one. Okay, let's do this real quick. We got 4 flex spots here. At the flex, okay. Marv, number 1. Stephon Diggs, number 2. There's Marv right there. Yep. Marv and Diggs are right next to each other. Harrison and Diggs. And then hopefully you started T. Higgins. I'm assuming Booty Clap you did. Surely you started T. Higgins, so we'll put him in there. There's no way you started these guys over T. No way. Your last guy is probably Kendrick Bourne. Is Pearsall on track to play this week? I'd do Kendrick Bourne for your last one. That's how I do this one, Booty Clap. Oh, it's in progress. Yeah, you must have submitted it. If you didn't submit it as a live review, then we've already started it. Sorry. We only keep the ones in the live queue that are that just say live on them. So we usually hold off on those ones until later in the evening. Well, we appreciate you. You should have it fairly soon. The Shoemake's got a trade question here for us. In a Dynasty Superflex 12-team start 11 PPR, it's CeeDee Lamb for Malik Neighbors and Caleb Johnson. I mean, it's just Lamb for Neighbors. I'd probably just hold Lamb, Shoemake. I don't think you're getting enough on top to go to Neighbors, who is coming off a torn ACL. I'd hold Lamb here. You need more on top of this. You need more on top of that. All right, Falky. We've got Olagagny 8.
Checking.
Yep. So let us know if you're here.
I don't know if I'm. I don't know if.
He might not. It's probably broken. But if it's showing up on the, as long as it's showing up on the users,
it makes it difficult.
As long as it's showing up on the users, then it's fine. That's because that's the important part. Surely I said that right. Yeah, he's good. So we appreciate you, man. Let us know you're here. Yep, there he is. Perfect. Is Marvin playing this week? Marvin is playing this week. He is healthy. So don't trade him away. And then Bag of Kittens, we also got yours. Let's go up to Falky's. Falky, I'm going to give you your free team review now. We appreciate you, man. By the way, this league has points for kick return and punt return after many trades at the start of the season. We've had none since then. Everyone's pretty active on waivers. Go Pats won't trade with me after a different opinion on a Judkins trade with somebody else, where he then started insulting me. Oh, Dynasty's hilarious sometimes, Falky. All right, buddy. So no Go Pats. No Go Pats. Where's Go Pats? Okay, 1992. Yeah. Wow. A 33-year-old man won't trade with you.
All right, chasing.
Bitter about Dynasty.
Chasing the egg. Let's grade it out.
All right, you're the top team in this league, Falky. Let's do this. Again, 1 QB12 team, start 9 PPR league. Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy. It's an 8 still. I mean, it's probably an 8. Judkins, Henderson, Monty.
6.
6, yep. Nathan said it, but he croaked. Wide receiver, Jamar, Ibuka, Addison, Godwin, Downs.
Another
7.
7.
And then Tucker Crafton and Njoku, probably also a 7. Probably.
It's our record, 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2 in terms of points for. We rank 6.
CCO.
Yes, I agree. And you've got the top value in this league, so that's a good thing as well.
All right, we got to work on wide receiver a little bit here.
Yeah, for sure.
While
also maintaining our chase.
I would just move Hurts if I were you.
Yeah, we're gonna move Hurts and we're gonna move
other position.
We're gonna move Henderson.
Yeah, we're gonna pivot from Henderson since you're a contending team. No.
Kittens,
you can skip me for now and do someone else who's in the chat.
No, we're too late. We already started. Sorry.
Yep.
We are too deep into it now, Falky.
So Hurts, other position, Travion Henderson, pivot. What's our third one? I would pivot off Addison. Addison's right there by Waddle and Higgins, which I prefer either one of those guys.
Yep.
Give you Waddle as a
target.
You could also
shop Kraft for a wide receiver. Running
yeah, I'll add that in the comments. Shop Kraft, see if you can get a productive wide receiver. Just stream tight end. So when we're moving Hurts, probably looking at like a Ladd McConkey type of wide receiver, a Garrett Wilson, a Rashee Rice. I mean, if you could get Rashee Rice before he comes back, that would be awesome. At this point, though, if your league mate has been holding Rice and you probably can't get him, so I would go ahead and be like, yeah, I would move Hurts for Rice if I were you. Hello, Ladd. And then we got Waddle as another guy. Henderson, we can pivot. We can go to, if you want to go the veteran route, you can go Jacobs. If you want to go the younger route, you can go Scat and maybe get a little plus on top still. But he's a productive youngster, so.
Sure is.
Consider packaging Godwin and Downs and up tiering. I don't trust either of those guys the rest of the season right now. A rushing QB and high upside tight end is great, but we need to focus primarily on building up running back and wide receiver.
Yeah. See, the fact that Judkins trade wasn't even in this league is kind of a joke. Yeah, that is definitely a joke. Got Hurts in the 7th, so had to take him. Tried to down to even a Dart, but the Dart owner wants to keep him. Yeah. Yeah, keep trying, though. You there's a number. Try to Dak, try to Goff, try any of those guys. Any of those guys.
Agreed. Does that make sense, Falky?
Yeah, what questions do you have? You should be good on this one. I mean, you're still very clearly contending. So.
Still very clearly.
Well, I did give you a free team review, so you've got that as well. It's a free team review, but the free team review is an off-screen, by the way. So we do not do the free ones live, or because time limitations. We appreciate you, though, buddy. You know we love you. Again, if you're watching and I haven't answered your Discord message, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna get to him.
All right, Ollie Gagne is up next.
Okay, Ollie Gagne, and you're here. Appreciate you a ton. Thanks for becoming a member. Make sure you send Nate and I a friend request on Discord and a message. Big fan of your page, and a happy birthday to Nate. It's Nate's birthday, in case you guys didn't know. So
it's not my birthday. Thanks, though.
What?
I'll let you know when it is. It was just Avery's birthday, actually.
Dude, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about how it was actually just your birthday.
Well, it was a while ago, but like today's yours.
It is not, but I'll let you know when it is.
Today is like legitimate. I'm not even kidding. It's Nathan's birthday.
So we got Ollie Gagne 8. His team name is Ole Mole. Big fan of your page, and happy birthday, Nathan.
Shut up, David.
So you're number 1 in the power rankings here. You're 5-1. Team is looking real nice here. Real nice. Josh Allen, Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray. Solid. 9. Hampton, David Montgomery, Kamara, Caleb Johnson, Tootin Marks. Some relevant depth there, but kind of shaky right now because you don't have Hampton. We'll go 6. Drake London, Higgins, Pickens, Adams, Burden, Mooney. That's another 6. And then Trey McBride's at 9. So we'll go dual elite QB here.
Yeah, DEQ, contend, and reload. We definitely got you contending. You're 5-1.
Guess where our moves are going to lie?
Your mom's house.
QB, which is basically mom's house. Okay, other position from Kyler Murray, or even just like down tier. Just get a cheaper QB3, like a Stafford, a Darnold, something like that. You don't need Kyler. And then I'd be down tiering from Allen or Caleb Williams. Choose.
Probably with as good a team as either. I'd shop them both and just see which QB can I move. I'll move the one I can move. I don't care which one I hold. Allen's not giving you he's giving you 22 points a game.
It is still Allen though.
And then occasionally he's giving you a 30-pointer.
Right.
So
we'll down tier from Caleb.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with that on this team. I'd probably rather down tier from Caleb here. So.
You still have your own personal first. Feel free to use your 26 first to get a significant upgrade at running back or wide receiver. And again, our main focus here is going to be building a little more safety at running back and then raising your upside at wide receiver. Really not gonna. So, do we want to hold McBride on this team?
He said trying to trade for A-Chain right now, which is a good move. No, realistically, I don't want to hold McBride on this team.
Okay, cool. So, where do you want to go to?
Another position altogether and just get Kelsey.
Okay.
Like that's what I want to do in Dynasty right now.
Okay. Trey McBridle, we will go other position. And then I'll just add in the comments here, get a cheaper QB, no higher than Kittle or Ferguson, ideally cheaper, to make up for McBride or McBridle. Down here to Baker when we're down here from Caleb Williams. Other position where we're moving off of Kyler, again, it could be a running back, can be a wide receiver. We're going to give you multiple targets here. I think Jalen Waddle is a solid wide receiver target. I'm going to give you a couple of running back things here because I do think that's going to be your main area of concern. Tootin, Marks, Montgomery. If you want to take any of those guys, package them up tier. I'm totally good with you doing that. Let's get you... Let's get you a running back target that we like. Multiple. Honestly, this team, if you move McBride, I'd just go get JT. And then a cheaper, same equivalent amount of production upside, I would go get Josh Jacobs as well. So Baker, JT, Josh Jacobs, and Jalen Waddle are going to be your targets on this team. And again, like I mentioned earlier, just to make up for moving off of Kyler Murray entirely for another position, you can just go get a cheaper guy like Stafford as a throw-in in some deal. Gino to Darnold, I literally don't care. Rodgers even. And then the same thing with McBride. Just stream tight end, you can go as cheap as Kelsey, Goddard, and Njoku. You can go as pricey as Kittle and Ferguson, but it's all just going to be a lot cheaper than what you currently have tied up in tight end, which really we would just rather reallocate to running back and wide receiver right now because those are where your needs lie. Does that make sense, man?
Yeah, let us know if you have any questions in the comments. It seems like, with the moves you're currently pursuing that you're on the same page as us, but definitely have some luxury at the onesie positions that we can move around. Making me think during your review, I have in my mind an illustration on why you should move Trey McBride for like an elite wide receiver and how it affects the entire.
Let's see the illustration. Do you have a pen and pad?
No, it's in my brain. So it's basically just a lineup and then how your production shifts at every position when you A, have an elite tight end, or B, when you take the elite tight end and make a lateral move and upgrade to an elite wide receiver, and how basically when you do that, it pushes in all of your flex options down and you get a production premium at each one. It could end up being 5 of your starting lineup spots instead of just 1 with a 1. I
think that's what our strategy video should turn into. Next week when Beck is back, we can kick her butt.
Yes.
Have her draw something cool for us.
I have the Becca graphic in my head. So
yeah. All right, so we got a bag of kittens next. This is Dart Throws Are Us. I like it. You've reviewed the team a few times. I'm thinking I'm a light contender now. My losses have been narrow and mostly because underperforming players early. The team with JT wants Baker. I'm worried about next week's game where I play football is life and a win could be big for standings.
Yeah, you are 5-7 right now.
Okay.
He said trades are hard in my league. I can get them done with most people, but B. Morris never looks at trades. J. Rule has the craziest values, so okay. So which one? Said B. Morris and J. Rule. All right, well, I'll make sure that we don't recommend those guys as trade targets. Whew.
Okay, so the good thing is you have BTJ on the up here. Dang, this team is not that bad.
No, it's really not.
I'm surprised you're 5-7. I can just tell based off of he's got to be close to the top in points against, right?
4th in points against.
What's he in points
6th in points for?
So right on the fringe.
Yeah, he's 6th in the standings. He's 7th in the Dynasty.
He's
only a 10-team league.
He doesn't have his first or second.
Yeah, no, it
in
makes
2026 or 2027. Almost have to contend before we even grade this out. But let's grade it out. Baker, Darnold, Bryce Young. Fine, it's a 4. Kyron, Chase Brown, Jalen Warren, Woody Marks. Very serviceable. That's like a 5.
Yeah.
You have JSN, Romadunze, BTJ, Pickens, Golden, Sutton, Burden, Downs, 8. And then Fannin and Njoku is like a 3 or a 4 right now. So we will go wide receiver factory pretty clearly here.
Yep, contend, and reload. We are going to have you contend again. You don't have your picks, and so it kind of boxes us into contending. But you're right. A lot of the reasons that your team has underperformed is because Chase Brown has drastically underperformed so far. But you do have Jalen Warren you can plug in. The running back position as a whole is pretty rough. This is a start 10 team. We have Bryce Young. We're going to trade him straight up for probably a contending running back. It's probably the first thing I see. I like Baker and Darnold. Let's just trade away Bryce Young. If you need a bye week QB, that's a 10 team, so there might be one on waivers.
Doubt it.
No. So then at that point, I'd go trade a third or a fourth for a backup QB and then trade. But Bryce Young's still worth more than that. I'd probably trade him for another position altogether. I would definitely
pivot off Chase Brown.
Pivot off, yeah, I would say that's fine. And also, I'd probably do a move at wide receiver where you up tier. He's got a lot of starter guys.
So we'll take. What do you think? Do you want to do a high profile up tier, like Golden and BTJ up tier, or do you want to do
I think I'd rather do like a
Golden and Burden up tier.
Golden and Burden up tier. Actually, you know what? We should probably use one of those wide receivers to get a running back. Because this wide receiver room is pretty solid right now.
I would use Pickens to get a running back then with CD coming back.
Because he's got Sutton down there. You can start every week.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's move Pickens for one of those running backs like Kyron or Jacobs.
All right, so who are the targets we've given so far? I want to make sure they're not on these teams.
Well, we haven't done that yet.
Okay, cool. So we can't give him Scat or Chuba.
Good, neither.
And we can't give him...
So when we're pivoting off of Chase Brown, use a depth piece, whatever it takes to get Javonte.
Said Empire's trying to send McCarthy and a running back for Baker McCarthy and a running back for Baker and running back. I was thinking I add Brown and go for JT. Ugh.
I don't want to trade away.
I don't want to trade Baker. I don't want to trade Baker.
Yeah.
I don't think you can either. He's your only
I don't think
he's your locked in productive guy. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Empire also wants Sutton. I mean, if you keep working that deal. You have an interested party. If you can get an overpay for Baker, you can trade him. But going from Baker to JJ McCarthy is decimating your QB production this year. And so that's really not something I super want to do, but
Okay, so as a contender, I would do one of these two moves, one of these two option moves. I would do Burden for Adams or I would do Golden for Waddle. I would look at potentially doing either one, see if you can pull it off. Jacobs as a running back target. Javonte as another running back target. Bryce Young when we're going other position. I think Debo is another option. Give you another running back target as well. Montgomery. Montgomery is looking like a better start right now than Chase Brown. You have Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren, honestly, is your running back 2 at the moment. So Jacobs, Javonte, Monty, and Debo Samuel for the targets for this team. Yes?
Jacobs, I can't find the second guy is the problem. I can't. So I wanted to ask him, who was the second team you can't trade with? Because his username's not on here. The J Rule guy. But none of those guys are on the first team. So
good.
Name them again.
Jacobs, Javonte, Monty, Debo. Okay. I would also consider...
I just need to find the other team.
Consider up-tiering from Fannin and Njoku to Kittle or Ferguson.
Yeah, who is this other guy?
That would be very, very helpful for your production upside at tight end. That would definitely help you as a contender. A lot.
Yeah, what's the J Rule guy? What's his team name? Let me know. He is further down. He has Waddle. Okay, cool. I can look at that real quick.
Okay, cool. I didn't give you that as an official target. It was just an idea. So if you can't pull it off, that's fine. But I would just at least see if it's a possibility.
Why can't I find this guy? Give me the 4 guys one more time. Vontae's on that team.
Okay, then you go ETN. Value equivalent.
It's fine, yeah. What did he say about the J Rule guy? He said craziest values are not worth trying. Okay, cool. Yeah, we won't try that then. Who are the other guys? Tell me again. Vontae.
Gosh.
I'm not remembering. I'm just checking.
Jacobs,
Monty,
Debo.
Debo.
Jacobs.
No, the rest of them are good.
All right.
Tell him to me again.
No.
Yeah, I found him.
All right, man. Any questions on that? Any follow-ups? think I covered everything that I want this team to do. Again, I would definitely lean into your wide receiver depth, take advantage, and help build up running back a little bit. And oh, by the way, take Woody Marks, use Woody Marks in one of these deals to get up to like an ETN or a Javonte or something like that, to get a little bit of an upgrade there. I think that would help out quite a bit. You just don't have enough reliability at running back right now outside of Kyron Williams. We want to get reliability, consistent volume, etc. That should help you out quite a bit.
All right, we appreciate you. If you have any questions, let us know. Bag of kittens, but hopefully that helps. We gave you some trade targets that are in line with what you kind of told us, and so just let us know if you have any questions.
We got to start sit from CK. This is a non-PPR, so we need to know that for your flexes.
Yeah, that's right.
So non-PPR,
Still go
honestly,
Rice.
Nico or Rice?
I'd go Rice and Nico because you have to have a flex guy as well.
Well, London, he's already got locked in there.
Yeah, I know, but in your flex, go Nico.
Oh, okay.
And then your other flex guy, go Brees Hall. So I would go Nico, Brees, and Rashee Rice here.
He has James Cook.
James Cook's on bye.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I was like, I do not want to make that decision.
No, James Cook would have been the first guy I put in his lineup. So
yeah.
That should be.
I already completed it.
Yeah, Nathan did it. You're good.
All right.
Clear?
Yeah, clear.
All right, y'all. Thanks for jumping in with us tonight. Lots of fun. We will be live Tuesday, of course. And, you want to go ahead and get your live in for Tuesday. Not a bad idea. Tuesdays are our busiest live stream days, but we will have 2 videos again next week. Outside of that, we're going to go enjoy our top 3 in the country football program play tomorrow. So it's a great weekend. But
boom.
Again, appreciate all you guys jumping on. Before you leave, drop a like. Make sure you're subscribed. You guys know we love you. We'll see you here on Tuesday next week. Again, we'll be live doing blueprints and also doing updating our rankings. So peace out. We love you, and we'll see you here soon.
Cheers.